bravest thing you can do is not say sorry after saying the N-word. That's braver than being a U.S. troop. If you're white and you say the N-word and you don't say sorry, you are fucking brave. You're brave, dude. That's a lot of confidence in yourself as a person.
He never really says sorry for anything. Like, ever.
No, yeah, like, Jake and Logan Paul, I gotta commend you. Y'all niggas got some balls. just do shit.
Have you seen their house? They just destroy it.
I mean, that's why they got kicked out of one, I'm pretty sure, because they started a fire in the back.
Yeah, I was about to say, I want to be famous enough to just start a full-blown fire.
You can start a fire right now, Jake.
No, but I'm saying...
I think if you started a fire now, you would become famous.
I want a mansion pool house fire, like...
Nothing... We are very close to where the rich white people live. You could start a fire very easily.
Just start a fire.
Oh, man. So this is how y'all do podcasts?
Nah. This is called a cuckcast. I'll let you figure out what that means.
I feel so honored to be on the Cool Boys cast. The Cool Men.
Is that our cue to start?
We have to be pretty tame, though. Usually Calvin and I are jerking off the whole time. But Calvin thought that this was not appropriate.
Yeah, usually N-words are flying throughout the room at this point.
Calvin's giving me a look of very serious right now, so I don't doubt you.
You never should doubt me. I always tell the fucking truth.
Oh, fuck.
Is that our cue to start?
Yeah, I think that's our cue. Ah!
Cool Boys. That's our intro.
Oh, fuck.
Have you ever heard it?
That's tight. That's badass.
Look, I had two fever dreams when I was starting this podcast. One was the name. I was like, Jake, I have the name. He's like, what is it? Cool Boys. And he's like, yes. And I was like, Jake, I have an idea for an intro, and I made that. He's like, perfect.
That sounds like what your mind sounds like at all times. Just I feel like there's just a light synth with reverb. That's all your thoughts. Like, you don't think in English, you think in synths.
You go to fuck someone, it's like, oh, man.
Yeah, I'd be jacking off to Korgs. Speaking of Korgs, have you seen that Korg like app for the Nintendo Switch they just released?
Yeah. That's insane.
It looks insane, but I heard you can't export songs that you make in it.
Well, that was a huge oversight on their part.
And I know you could just hook up the auxiliary to like your computer and record it, but that's a lot of fucking work for something that could easily just export an MP3.
I know, right? Seriously.
Especially because it's just a port of the iPad version, and that one you can export shit in.
Yeah, like you think you could just put it on the card.
Yeah. Maybe there's something Nintendo's stopping them from doing. I don't know. I mean, you can't even like back up save files on the Switch yet, so
yeah,
I can't really blame them if they weren't able to export to the SD card or something.
I don't really think Nintendo had anything to do with that. They're just like, hey, we want to do this. And they're like, okay.
All right.
Why not? Okay. Yeah. Fuck it. So, yeah, welcome to Cool Boys. I'm Calvin.
I'm Jake.
And we have a special guest with us today. You might know him. His name is Jared.
What's up, y'all? Jared, Crime Wave. I don't know how you're gonna...
Yeah, tell the people about what you do and stuff. I
do it all, bitch. I do whatever the fuck I want, and then I jump off the building like I'm Bam Margera. No, I rap, I produce, I play guitar, I play video games, I make bullshit on
Hold on, one of those things isn't cool.
Uh-oh, gamer alert.
We got a gamer over here!
I don't know, I have spent my time on the internet doing whatever the fuck I want, and I'll continue to. And that's kind of my whole thing.
So, if for some reason you don't know, Jared raps under the name Crime Wave. You could look it up on YouTube.
I got that stupid Crime Wave 420 blog.
Yeah, you got the Tumblr with the things.
stuff.
The things on it.
Not proud of it.
I noticed you haven't been posting that much.
Dude, it's because, like, what the fuck do I post about? Everyone's just arguing about, like, I don't know what the fuck they're even arguing about anymore. It's like, I swear to God, they're just... I don't know. I don't know what nobody's talking about ever.
I know the feeling. It's Tumblr has gone downhill. Used to be posting funny things. Now it's just posting like
it's like, oh, OP is an anarcho-capitalist, and I'm like, I don't know what that means. Is that
OP
bad
is a
or
Zionist.
good? Some things that I'm like, I don't know if that's good or bad.
I came across someone who said they were a romantic anarchist.
What does that mean?
Like, does that mean they're against romance, or does that mean when they fall in love, it's like, just kidding, I fell in love with this nigga?
So the thing was that confused me is that they were polyamorous. So they're polyamorous romantic anarchists.
What?
And
What the fuck?
doesn't polyamory in itself romantic anarchism?
I don't know.
Yo, we're getting too deep for this.
We are.
I don't know.
Jared also runs Sludge Wave 2 with me.
Oh yes, even
So he's a true gamer.
I have not been on my shit. If you want to blame anyone for the channel not being active, it's me. If you want to yell at someone,
We don't blame. We just
do.
slur. We be slurring. We be slurring in these streets, boy.
You know, the government said that they made slurs racist because they don't want you to know the true power they hold. I'm just kidding. Please, please don't.
Makes slurs sound like a hidden artifact.
They are.
Just some archaeologist in like Egypt, just like dusting away a stone tablet that says the N-word.
He holds it up.
Oh man. What are you writing over there?
Timestamps. So I just
Yeah.
because this thing can get kind of long, so I just need to write down where I need to cut out, and then just export it.
Okay.
So if I miss one, I'm not gonna listen for 3 hours straight.
3 hours, jeez.
This sometimes.
It's like the
Okay.
norm.
Oh
2 to
damn.
3 hours.
Fooled you.
So what do y'all usually do? How y'all get started?
That's how. Jared's never been like I don't know if you've even listened to an episode. It's fine if you haven't.
I listened to like the first one and then like,
Oh yeah, the Mewtwo one. That's the
Yeah.
only thing I know from it is because it was just like Mewtwo is my friend.
But I never like listen to the rest because I'm like, I want to, but then I'm at the same time I'm like, I'm just gonna listen to my friends talk, and I listen to them talk all the time in front of me.
Yeah. So you're just gonna kind of learn today.
I'm along for the ride, and you know what? The rest. Well, oh, now I'm a D. Oh, y'all got effects on this bitch, huh? Well, audience, you're along for the ride with me, because I don't know what the fuck to expect either.
You know we had to do it to him.
Oh my god.
Jake, I took your suggestion to heart, and I added a little bit of auto-tune.
Oh.
Fuck yes. Oh my god. I'm so happy.
Oh my god.
I'm so happy.
The fact that the effects are live like makes them so much better.
I have to like control them, so like
That's fun.
if you just see me like turn around, expect some shit to be going down. I tried to do like a bass boosted one, but it just wasn't turning out right.
Just put on like 1,000 distortions.
I tried that too. It didn't really work.
Got me a Slurpee.
You know I love slur. See, here's the fact for you. The creator of The creator of Slurpees.
Oh no.
He was racist, and he had a piss fetish. Because Slurpee, it just combined his two favorite things.
If you go on this DeviantArt, he has racist piss porn.
Oh no!
If you go to his IMVU profile, he's got a lizard skin.
He's one of them Zuckerbergs.
Oh man.
Oh Jesus!
Fuck, dude. We're only 10 minutes in. I was not prepared for this, honestly.
Welcome to Cool Boys.
Still fresh.
So you can. This is a touch screen. I have a touch screen monitor, but sometimes it just doesn't work. Sometimes it just stops. Like there's a couple times where it just like played the first millisecond of a sound, and it's just like, oh,
It's so funny.
Oh man. So
how are y'all doing?
abysmal, but I'm doing pretty good now. How y'all doing?
Been swallowed by the abyss.
I went and saw Avengers and it got me fucked up.
I'm gonna see that next weekend.
Did they pump alcohol vapors into the movie theater? And you just
You know what I can say? I went on the discount movie day, which usually is hell at a theater. Like, you can never get a quiet theater. Absolute silence.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
could you tell your, not to stop you, but could you tell your Riddler thing that you texted me?
Yeah. So a few years back when Batman 3 premiered, Aaron and I went to go see the Batman 3 premiere, but it was a triple feature where... Fuck, I'm really loud.
Sorry.
Oh. It was a triple feature where fucking it was all three Batman movies. And at the end of the first Batman movie, they teased the second one by showing the Joker card. And everyone was really silent. They flipped the card and showed the Joker, and I just yell out, "Oh shit, it's the Riddler."
Holy fuck. Oh, you know what movie I saw recently? And it was completely fucking empty on the day it came out? Ready Player One.
Oh, I wanted to see it, but
Like, honestly, it's like you spend the whole movie just looking for video game characters.
that's kind of what the reason I wanted to see it. That's really it.
And it's like, that's cool, but it's like...
I wanted to go see it because they had Overwatch in it.
There's like 5 Master Chiefs in one scene. There's like Battletoads. These, I don't know. There's just a lot of just shit. I don't know. It's just like, and then you forget what the movie's about. I forgot I was watching a movie about VR headsets. And then like, a lot of the things that happen in the movie don't make sense. Like, they wouldn't happen in real life. You know what I mean? Like,
Isn't that how all movies are?
I don't know. It's like, alright, you have these VR headsets, and some people, like, have, like, full body tracking, but some people don't. But everyone acts the same in the game, and it's like, what are the rules? What are the rules? What are the rules? That's my issue. That's it.
That I definitely, even just from seeing the trailer, I agree with that, because there's a scene where he gets into a car, but then they cut to a bunch of people getting into like fake cars while still in the VR, but he doesn't have to get into a fake car to drive a fake car.
Yeah, like that. I don't know. There's just a lot of scenes in the movie where I'm like, logistically that doesn't make sense. But I know whoever made this didn't actually play video games.
They were just like popular video game characters on Google.
Blizzard was on the phone like, please put in Tracer S.
We'll give you the original Tracer pose. Was the movie good though?
No.
Oh.
It was okay. It wasn't. Here's the thing.
Was it tolerable?
It was tolerable, but I would never watch it again. I would never, ever watch it again.
Yeah, I'm kind of like that with all movies.
Like some movies are bad, but like I will want to watch them again because I want to see how bad it was and laugh at it with my friends. But there wasn't enough in this movie.
Like Birdemic.
Yeah, there wasn't enough in this movie, good or bad, to like make it enjoyable again. It was just like
Those are the worst kind of movies.
right. They just kind of fade into obscurity. And
Those are also the worst kind of games where it's like, this isn't good or bad, this is kind of just boring.
that's
Which defeats the entire purpose of the medium.
that's how I felt about like Ukulele. Like
Oh, yeah.
that game is like good, but it's not like good enough.
Uh-huh.
And I like because I got it for Switch because I just waited till it came out for Switch to play it.
Yeah.
And I don't hate it, but I don't love it. But I like playing a little bit of it every now and again. But then I'm just like, I'm gonna go play Banjo-Kazooie, or I'm gonna go play Donkey Kong 64.
When... Yeah.
Also, I forgot what I was gonna say. That scared the shit out of me.
Do you need your volume down?
No.
Oh, okay.
Just that one thing just scared the shit out of me.
You know I had to do it to him. All right. So video games.
Yeah, what about
Video games.
They're bad. Still bad.
We got a huge issue.
The video game stocks are down. Link is up.
Link is up though.
Are you talking about crypto?
Yeah.
These boys got into crypto coin.
I don't know. Do you want to keep that in?
We're going to the fucking moon. I'm gonna live on Mars, goddammit. Give me 2 years.
I got invited to a music streaming website that pays you in cryptocurrency.
That's hard.
I mean, I don't know how it works though. I haven't uploaded anything, but I might just do it for shits and giggles because it's like, well, if I just upload my music, I just get free money that I can transform into real money.
There was a point where Link was down like half of what I personally bought in to, and I was like, shit. And now it's back up.
We survived the dip. We live another day.
Someone was just like, fucking dump it.
We're pumped right now.
Yeah, we're pumping. We're on the pumping up.
We're on the pump.
I can't bring myself to actually buy cryptocurrency. I just can't do it.
See, neither did I until Jake has this magical ability on me where he can convince me to do most things.
I wasn't even really trying to convince you to buy crypto. I was just...
You kind of were. At least that's what I got from what you were telling me.
I was just talking about the wonders of my investment.
You just made it sound so good.
That's how they get you, man. That's how they get you in anything.
Yeah.
Fucking... I'll say this again. I don't feel like I made that bad of an investment because Garrett's friend dropped $4,000 on it.
Wow, have you ever just seen a person fuck their whole shit up? Because that's...
And when you move that amount of money, it takes a minute. So he lost $900 in the transfer.
Yeah, because he had to buy Ethereum, and Ethereum dropped like a little bit, and so while the money was transferring to Ethereum, he lost like $900.
Holy shit. I follow this like Facebook page. I think it's like called Chad Cryptocurrency Memes. And pretty much anytime crypto dips, it just makes a video making fun of like crypto nerds. So that's just all I hear. I only hear when it dips and everyone's like, fucking sell!
Dump it!
You gotta be strong. You have to hold no matter what.
I don't know. Sometimes I just like to throw one in there.
I just want to see Link succeed so I can see Garrett fulfill his dream, which is when he was very young, he told his cousin, I'm going to own a Lamborghini one day. And his cousin said, no, you're not. That's stupid. You're stupid. So Garrett's going to buy a Lamborghini and drive it to his house and then take a shit on his porch.
Jesus.
Are you Bruno Mars posting here?
I got a couple.
He's just got a Bruno Mars column.
I've been really, really into Bruno Mars lately.
My dad came in my room 2 different occasions, high as fuck, like, have you heard of that young blood, Bruno Mars? That boy can sing, man. I don't even care.
Did he walk in and he just said,
I got a condo in
No, literally, he came in. He played that song. Like he played that song.
Sit your ass down, boy. I got a song for you.
But literally, like the whole time he's playing it, I'm just thinking of that video of the edit of the I had to do it to him kid. Where, the one where it zooms in on him. Calvin, I don't think you've seen it.
I don't think I've seen it.
I don't think I've seen it.
I'll show you guys later. It's an experience visually.
I've been playing bad games. Like
when the bad game turns on.
Like actual bad games.
When I turn on my bad station 2, that's what plays.
When there's a video game mentioned across the street.
Holy fuck, this is the greatest podcast.
Welcome to Cool Boys. We talk about gaming sometimes.
Yeah, but I entered the realm of, I don't know why I'm gaining enjoyment from it. It feels like an infection currently.
You might be a cuck.
But the problem is I'm doing good at it. Like I'm pub stomping really hard in the game.
What?
Are you playing Fortnite?
No, not Fortnite. I've been playing Fortnite, but that's not the game I'm talking about.
Get the fuck out. What game are you talking about?
I'm talking about I entered the high octane world of Paladins.
You mean
so the third PUBG?
It's like literally like the third PUBG Overwatch.
Fortnite 2, aka we don't have any original ideas.
Hey man, at least they're not Cliffy B. At least they're not Cliffy B. I'm honestly disappointed in him.
Mm-hmm.
He walked into the studio, he's like, I'm gonna make the next $1 billion IP. Lawbreakers.
I love that video where it's like, yeah, we're in the office, and then we saw the Overwatch trailer, and we were like, oh, fuck. They, like, lost faith in it, like, immediately, like, before it even came out.
How do you copy that much?
I own Lawbreakers, too. Like, I ended up with a free copy.
Oh, well, you don't own it.
That's true. But, like, I played the beta, and then I remember being like, this sucks. And then I played the Overwatch beta, and I'm like, well, this sucks less. And I played that instead.
I remember I went over to Jake's house, and he was playing the beta.
Of Lawbreakers?
Of Overwatch. Mm-hmm. And he just handed me the controller. And as soon as I pressed X, I was hooked. For some reason, that became like one of my favorite games. See, I don't know how he does it. I wasn't even interested in Overwatch.
I'd much rather be playing Overwatch right now. I don't know why I haven't played it lately, but I got fucking addicted to Paladins. Like, there's something truly magical about that game. Like, my favorite thing is for some reason there's horses in the game. Like, mm-hmm. when you're in the pre-game, like, little fucking area setting up, and you go to the point, they put you on a horse, and you drive the horse to that point.
You drive the horse.
I don't understand why, but the best part is it's playing this music, the countdown's going on, and then right when the match starts and the gates open, the music stops for some reason, and there's no real sound effect to the horse movement, so it's just completely silent.
Jesus Christ.
And it's my favorite.
Is it like an early access version?
I guess it's in beta. I don't get it.
I don't like this early access shit anymore. Because it's just an excuse where it's like, well, the game's not finished, so you can't judge us.
My biggest gripe about fucking Fortnite is that how can you be in season 4 of something and still say you're early access?
Okay, and with Fortnite, I don't understand, like, the game is free, right? The game is free?
Yeah, the Battle Royale version is free.
Why are people paying money for it? Why are you...
Before Fortnite did the Battle Royale thing, there was an original mode that's now called Save the World. That was their PvE story mode. That's a base survival game. Mm-hmm. That costs, I think, $20. I bought it when it came out.
Okay.
Because before I knew anything about the Battle Royale game, it's not that bad.
Okay.
I don't know what else there is to it.
I know people who pay money, but they don't have that mode. They don't play that mode.
Cosmetics.
Are they literally just paying for skins?
Yeah.
Do you not buy any items that, like, help you in game?
No.
TF2 has ass.
That's the one thing at least I'm okay with is that I don't like you can have skins. The whole point of the Battle Royale mode is everyone starts with nothing, so I think it'd be pointless if someone paid $20 to like pre-start with a gun.
Well, what's the battle pass?
The battle pass, so I actually don't mind. I'm gonna be real. I don't really mind Fortnite. I really want to play Battlegrounds, but I've been playing Fortnite a lot with Ryan, so I don't really mind it.
Terry Unknown's Battleground.
But
P. Wentz's Battleground.
Basically, during the season, you level up and get unlocks, cosmetic unlocks. You can pay $10 to get the Battle Pass, which is an upgraded version of those unlocks that has way more content in it. So, like, I bought the Battle Pass, so right now, right when you buy the Battle Pass, you get 2 free skins. And then as you progress through the Battle Pass, there's like a total of like 8 to 10 skins, to like 40 sprays, 30 emotes. So like for $10, you're getting about, if you play the game, you're getting about like $100+ worth of content. But the one thing I don't get is you can buy the tiers if you want to, which if you bought from tier 0 to tier 100, it costs well over $100, and some people fucking do that.
I wish you guys could see the gears running in my head, because as you're explaining this makes less and less sense to me. Like, I don't like video games coming out. Well, I don't like video games. Let's get that.
I don't like video games.
But like, a video game comes out, it's not finished, right? It's early access, and we're still paying money to it. And there's going to be a point where it gets finished, I guess, and we're going to have to pay more money. And it's like, this game exists as a money pit, and it's going to be like this in early access for like 2 years, and we're going to keep paying money. And it's like, I just want to pay $30 to $60 for a fucking video game, and I just want to play and enjoy it. Now, is that so hard to ask?
Let's go.
A fucking gunshot.
That's how I feel about Fortnite. Fortnite. Don't even get me started on
Put on damn Fortnite.
Don't even get me started on Cliffy B's ass. I'm coming.
Let's save that for news, because I got
right.
some shit to tell you in
okay.
news. Woo! Let's forward to news.
All right, but anyways.
At least in comparison to every like Battle Royale game that's coming out right now, I like that Fortnite at least tried to do something slightly different with the building.
Yeah.
Like,
what are they fucking building?
What?
I don't understand what they're building.
You like walls? Do you like them? Do you like walls?
Why are they building walls?
Do you like walls?
No.
The building mechanic was from the PvE version of the game where you build forts.
Yeah.
So they implemented it into the Battle Royale version of the game, not thinking it would like, oh, you can like, if you're in the circle, you could build up a little fort and it'd be like a fort battle. But like actual people that are starting good at the game took it to like a whole new fucking level to where building is like a skill in the game. Like it's more important to learn how to build than it is to learn how to shoot in the game.
I don't think I like that.
A lot. It turned me off at first, but I don't know. It's kind of interesting to watch when you see people outplay each other by building around them while they're building up and stuff.
I guess like
Still haven't touched a Battle Royale game.
I played at a friend's house on console, and I was like, and then I tried playing it at home by my own. I got to like level 7, I think. Didn't win anything. I got pretty close like once, but I didn't win any game. But I was just like, I guess for me, it's like I feel like I'm playing to nothing. This is a game that you just play forever.
That's kind of how it's like with like League of Legends and stuff, where it's like you have only progression by a game standpoint. There's no real actual progression. Like you always start again at level 0 every time, no matter what. Like
I remember when like League of Legends and Dota was popular. I was like, we've reached peak gaming. I never played any of them shits.
No.
I was like, where's gaming gonna go next? And then like Overwatch style stuff came out, and I was like, okay, gaming has peaked again. What are we gonna do next? And then this shit, the Battle Royale, was like, okay, but what's next? What's next? That's gonna be good.
Honestly, I feel like the Battle Royale shit's gonna stick around for a bit. And it's gonna get so popular that eventually people are just gonna want to see real Battle Royales.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
they just
Drake played Fortnite.
Yeah. Eventually they're just gonna be like, we just want to let 100 niggas out in the Coliseum and you gotta fight to the death.
You know what? That brings up a good question I've been asking people lately, and I've been kind of disappointed with the answers, to be honest. But if history repeated itself and we came into a world where blood sports became a thing, let's not get into like the more interesting ones. Let's just say two willing parties completely understanding what they are going to do and what could happen to them and the consequences, fighting to the death in a spectator arena. Would you watch it?
I don't think I would want to, because I feel like it would turn something primal into me as a human. I feel like humans aren't meant to actually see that, but I feel like society's gonna repeat itself soon, because I feel like we're close to that point.
We're getting there.
We're getting close. Have you seen like that fighting league where it's just like two niggas in medieval armor just beating the shit out of each other, Dark Souls style? And it's like
I like how you went to Dark Souls.
but it's like they're rolling and shit. They're doing Dark Souls moves, and then they take the mask off. It's like, dude, you got fucked up, and you won. I don't want to see the other dude.
And then apparently there's a Russian like survival reality show coming out where
Oh, boy.
death is an actual like factor that can happen out. Like they're surviving like in a section of like the fucking Arctic where like it's peak survival and there's a chance of death. Like,
Sounded like you said Arc Dick. Go on.
but fuck, I would honestly, if it was real, I would compete in like death races, like red line style, fucking souped up cars with.
I think
fucking
you just
guns
want to
on
die,
them.
Jake.
I have a death wish, but I want to die glorious.
You're just.
I
not
mean, if
afraid
you
of
really
death
want to go
anymore.
out, they're making like suicide pods. By the way, that's the next.
Oh, yeah,
that's the name of my next band.
I heard about these suicide pods.
They're like vending machines on the street. You just get in it and you die.
It's
Simpsons
straight
did it.
Futurama style.
No, yeah, Futurama did it. But that's Matt Groening still.
I don't care. I mean, it's real.
What does that man not predict?
That dude is a Mason. He be knowing some shit, and he's not telling us.
I feel like he knows how the world ends.
Probably.
Racism.
Yes. That's why he put in Apu. To start the race war in 2018. He was like, I'm going to put in this racist character, and 30 years from now, we're going to start a big race war over this one.
Hey, Jared.
Huh.
Race war! Race war!
I remember in high school when I was like, is there going to be race wars? And I was like, well, I was 5 years too early. The race wars are happening right now, baby.
Oh, fuck.
Race war?
Back on Fortnite for 1 second. Epic did actually do a fucking solid.
Oh, what's that?
Were they epic?
They had a very cringy challenge called the Boogie Down Challenge.
Oh, that. I saw that.
Yeah, where you submitted your dance, and if your dance was original and people liked it and you won, it would be put as a dance in the game. To which a lot of people went, don't make the top 5 people try hard dancers who don't even play the game. Make it the actual kids who are trying to submit dances that actually play your fucking game.
Yeah.
And, you know, it would, like, make their day. It would make their year.
Because, like, I remember, like...
Put in the yodel kick.
The Peter, Pekka, Piper, those dudes, they tried to get their dance in the game. And shit. And it's like, that's cool, but, like, you're already famous.
Exactly. And fucking... There was this god among men
No.
who was known as the Orange Shirt Kid. And he did a dance that just fucking rocked the world. But I'm not joking. The kid fucking killed it. Like... It was amazing. And the fucking internet blew up with fucking just memes of the kid. And it was awesome. And they announced the winners. And what did they fucking do? Try hard famous dancers
God
that don't play the fucking game. So people lost their shit. And a bunch of this one YouTuber created a video called Justice for Orange Kid. and people started losing it. So when Season 4 came out, it's even a free unlock, too. You don't have to pay for it whatsoever. They put his fucking dance in the game.
All right. That's pretty cool. I'll give him that. At least they listen to their community.
They actually listen to their community.
Most don't. That's like the bare minimum you can ask for from a game company nowadays. Listening and actually following through with what you say you're gonna do.
I heard there was like this rule of gamers, like it's like 80% of your audience like doesn't interact with you. 15% is like the ones that are online and stuff and like posting comments and suggesting stuff, but the 5% are like starting petitions and like being really fucking like
just
involved
like nasty
and shit.
and just
Yeah, and like the most interactive, like angry on the internet type people.
that makes a lot of sense to me. It's like some people really get like what was it I saw? Like someone said that they didn't like God of War on Twitter. And it was just like,
bitch!
I saw this one guy replying to every comment from everybody on the Twitter, and I went through his replies like, this guy sits on Twitter, finds opinions about video games, and tries to argue with everyone. Everyone. You don't like Dad of Boy? You don't like Fortnite? You don't like Sonic Adventure 5 Battle? A death on your family. Yeah, I don't know. Gamers are scary sometimes when they really love their shit.
Gamers be scary.
Speaking of good game, I did play God of War.
I did too.
Did you beat it?
Yes.
Good game.
Good fucking game. I love that game.
I'm excited to see where the next one goes.
I didn't play it yet.
You bitch.
I have a PS4 and like I literally don't play games on it because I'm like I don't know. I have a Switch. I pay for all my Switch games. I'm like, I want to pay $60 for PS4 games too.
God of War is such a fucking
It was good.
game.
It had the pacing of God.
Of War.
Is it really that good?
Yeah.
If
don't know who to
you
believe.
played the previous ones too, it just really like it's such a good follow up to the ending of 3.
Oh, okay. I only played the first one and the one for the PSP. So
they changed up everything. Like it's not like the. And in my opinion, that was the right move because they had like the 3 original ones, and then they had the 2 other ones that were like
not that great
prequels. But It was the same shit. And then they had like the 2 PSP games. Like that formula was getting a little bit tired by the end of it.
especially, I think in my opinion, like no one does that style of game good, but like Devil May Cry and Bayonetta.
Yeah.
Even Devil May Cry is the best. I like Bayonetta. I don't like. I love the game, but I don't like how the combo system works because it's like you don't know how good you're doing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's harder to like read. But other than that, I think those games play a lot better than God of War.
People didn't like how, or some people didn't like how, like the Kratos and his son interact with each other, or they thought it got tired or whatever. But I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a father.
It's really well written.
It's also a father that doesn't, for the most of that kid's life, did not interact with his son, so did not know how to interact with his son.
Yeah, it's like actually what like Kratos, like that's how he would be a father, and they show how like he progressed as a person from just this angry fucking guy to just like calm down, a little bit old, wiser kind of.
Like a god who's like fucking tired of it.
Yeah.
He just looks tired and grumpy.
Speaking of God of War, I did see a post that killed me where they were like, God of War would be like a horror movie for black people because it's just about a nigga who was cursed to be ashy for the rest of his life. And then they're like, it's like you're using that cocoa butter that doesn't actually stop you from being ashy.
It's like when you use chapstick, but it makes your lips dry anyway. Where's that Burt's Bees?
Maybe I'll try God of War when it's like on sale. But
It's really well written. It's well paced. It's kind of a slow start, but they're kind of like building things up. And then some shit hits the fan really hard.
Oh man,
really hard. And my favorite part about that game is the big ass snake.
Oh, the fucking
The
world eater
serpent.
or world serpent.
Yeah. He just
Big boy.
pops out and he's like he speaks in like an ancient tongue and he's just like
My favorite character apart from the dwarves was this guy named Mimir.
yes.
And he's basically the smartest man alive. And he's just like, it's not even a fucking. So every God of War game, you have a severed head, whether it's the Medusa head or the head of Helios. You always get a severed head. So this time you have to take this dude with you because he's like basically your guide. And the only way you do it is you chop his fucking head off and attach him to you. Yeah. So you just got this head dangling from you that's just got. He's just got some of the best lines, like the best just like quips. And then he starts telling. The best part I think is like when you're in the boat.
Oh yeah.
Kratos or Mimir will start telling fucking stories.
Yeah.
And it just fits so fucking well.
I might give it a shot. It does look good, but it's like, okay. I thought it would be like The Last of Us, but like with action sequences.
The Last of Us, but good. I said it.
Because I don't like games like that or too much. I don't like just linear story games and there's like action, but you don't really control a lot of it.
There is some open-endedness to it. The story is kind of like if you just follow the story, it's kind of linear, but like you get to a certain point and then you can kind of explore around and like do side quests and like find shit.
Optional bosses.
Optional things. Like when I played it, I just went through the story because I was like, I want to see some crazy shit. And some crazy shit does go down. But the part that got me was the ending. And I don't want to spoil it for
Obviously.
you. But it's not what I was expecting coming from God of War 3. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had my expectations a little bit too high. And then when it ended, I was just like, oh, well, why don't I have the next game right now? I need it.
Yeah, I feel you.
I want it. Give it to me.
The one thing that and I guess this is just me being like, when I enjoyed the game when I was like a younger edgelord.
Yeah.
But one thing that I kind of missed from this God of War is Kratos, and it's more because Kratos is just older, but like, Kratos really evolved his like brutalization to just like neck breaking.
Yeah.
It seems. Because like, when the moments come up when like you're gonna grab the dude and do the circle move, everyone loves the fucking circle move. It's way more tame, and I mean it's still brutal, but like,
I mean, what, you just gonna fucking rip a dude's spine out in front of your child?
You got a point there. I never even thought of it that way.
Are you gonna just fuck a dude in the throat in front of your kid? Like, this is how you do it, son!
He fucking crushes a dude's head and obliterates it. He buries an axe into a dude's face. Like, I wanted to see, like, I don't know, my favorite moment is in God of War 3 when he fights Poseidon. And it's just from Poseidon's point of view where he's just beating the ever-living fuck out of him. And then he looks at Poseidon and then Kratos just gouges his fucking eyes out with his thumbs. Like, just...
Honestly, I feel like with Kratos, it's like, I did it all. I fucking killed everyone. I just want to get it over with.
Yeah, he's an old man. He's tired.
Pretty much.
Got arthritis from gouging out fucking eyeballs, dude.
I was stabbed multiple times. I just want to kill. I don't want to... I think they're trying to make a statement with that because it's like, oh, he's more grown up, and it's a different game, even though it's God of War. That's how I felt about the ending too, because they usually end on a fucking bang, but this one was more tame. So I
know what was crazy?
I kind of get it, like where they're coming from. There was still crazy shit. I still loved it.
You know what was crazy, and this is completely spoiler free, but like, you know how in every God of War they have the sex scene minigame?
Yeah.
Did you know that the new one has one?
Really?
Yeah.
Just fuck a bitch in front of your son?
No, you see, you think Kratos would be doing the fucking, but you're wrong.
Oh, no!
It's a really intricate off-screen sex scene where you're pressing button commands as Kratos is on the screen guiding his son. It's a really beautiful moment of fatherhood.
Fuck that.
You're lying.
You're lying.
You're lying to me.
You're lying. They wouldn't do that.
You're lying to me. I can't tell if he's fucking with me. No, you're fucking with him. Cause he won't look at me. Alright, he looked at me.
Hey, Jake.
Whoa. Whoa. Hey now.
Oh fuck.
Cutting that out.
I still don't believe you, but now I was like, well, now I have to fucking play the game.
I think there would be a little bit more controversy.
I don't think so anymore.
I mean,
It's Norse mythology. I mean, if we're going by Greek mythology, fucking Zeus, Poseidon, and Hades were made of Cronus' nut blood. Like,
Well, okay, because like look at it this way. Because remember when the hot coffee mod happened.
Hot Topic mod.
The hot topic. CJ becomes goth. But all you had to do was follow the damn Warped Tour bus, CJ. But when hot coffee like was a thing, it's like, okay, this sex scene was, you had to hack the scene in first off, and when it happens, it's tame because they're clothed, right? But now it's like they got vaginas and Watch Dogs 2, and like just people just straight up fucking in video games. I don't think like sex is really a big issue anymore, and they're really focused on just violence now. You know what I mean? Like they're just talking about guns and violence. They don't care about sex anymore, which is weird.
I saw penis in A Way Out.
No, yeah,
there was penis on
yeah.
the way
It's
out.
like there's before, like 10 years ago, you wouldn't see a penis in the video game. I don't think you can model penises. They'd be like, "What the fuck is that shit, dude? You better wipe that down. He gotta look like Ken doll."
Fuck, that reminded me. Have I ever told you my Ken doll pitch? My time-traveling Ken doll pitch?
I'm not sure if you have. But
So, Garrett and I were getting into a heated discussion, and we were starting to talk about time travel. Like, if you could wish to go back in time, but you couldn't go back forward in time, what would you do? And Garrett said he would travel to the exact point in time when they were coming up with the name for the Ken doll. And, like, the board meeting is happening, and he would just appear in there, like, just zap into existence. And point to them, and this is what he wanted to do. He would say he wanted to change the name from Ken to Chad. and Garrett says, well, then the board just starts clapping and freaking out. And I said, that's strange because another white light appears and I'm there. And I'm holding my finger out, and I just say, give him a set of balls. But no dick. So we just came.
it's like truck nuts.
We just came up with this Ken doll named Chad that just has a set of nuts on.
Just a set of nuts.
I would commission someone to make that for me if I cared enough. Oh, fucking speaking of Chads, I had to explain to my mom like what an incel was.
How'd that go?
Cause like she heard about that shit that happened in Canada with that dude running over people.
Oh yeah.
And then she's like, yeah, I was listening on the news and they kept talking about incels and Chads, and I'm like, no,
Chads.
no.
Oh man.
Like, it's like, I can't believe Chad and Stacy are gonna be like, those are gonna be in the dictionary in like 5 years.
It's killing me.
Stacy's mom.
She's got it going on.
She's a bitch.
Stacy, can't you see that you're just not the girl for me? I'm fucking your dad, Brad.
I asked Stacy out. She said, I'm not that interested. I called her a fucking whore.
Ooh, I almost knocked over this chair.
All girls are the same.
Queens.
All women are thoughts.
Fool. They're queens.
Had to adjust my headphone.
That's the noise it makes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Ryan recently gave me admin to the Discord server, so I changed everybody's name on the entire server.
Oh my god.
So you should take a peek through that whenever you get the time.
I haven't been on Discord in months.
Is there a Cool Boys Discord?
Not yet.
Oh, okay. I don't use Discord. I don't fully understand how it works. I probably use it like 2 or 3 times max.
I like using Discord for like talking to friends and stuff. I don't get community Discords.
That is what confuses me because it's like
you're telling me you're in a voice chat room with like potentially 1,000+ people that can also enter that chat with you.
And okay, I don't like the idea of like, well, I guess okay, say I'm like I don't know, like Doug Walker and I start a Discord. And then
Doug Walker's Discord.
And then the change the channel thing happens. And now my whole Discord is just talking shit about me.
Oh Jesus, I didn't even think about it like that, yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like this is a whole place where people can just compile talking shit about you.
I'm gonna join the John Green Discord.
And be like, hey, I heard y'all niggas read books. That's gay.
I feel like there's more to Discord than I use it for. Like there's got to be. I know there's a way to limit lobby sizes, so I don't. And you can have multiple lobbies in a server. So like
that confuses me even more.
Like in a server, there's multiple. You can have multiple channels. So like let's say, like 8 people are online. 4 of them are playing like. I don't know, fucking Devil May Cry, the other 4 are playing PlayerUnknown's Battleground. So you can make so you're not all talking over each other, you can make a channel called PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, and the 4 of them could be in there, and the other 4 could be in a different channel. Still talking to each other, but not interrupting each other, and if they wanted to switch channels, they can, like, just click to it instantly.
That's fucking confusing the hell. I don't understand the internet anymore, to be honest.
I don't even want to be on this shit anymore.
There's like I feel old, even though I'm like just 22, because it's just like, wow, all this shit's happening. I still understand Snapchat.
I don't get Snapchat.
I just go on there to watch what other people are doing.
I barely get fucking Instagram.
I kind of get it, but
Instagram is okay.
Twitter, I'm just like understanding.
I don't get Twitter.
I want to break into Twitter, but I just feel like I can't.
Want to break into D's nuts?
I realize with Twitter, it's like everyone makes a Twitter, and then they're gonna be like, I'm gonna be a popular account. I'm gonna start making jokes and just start posting shit, and then you just start throwing off tweets to nobody for a while, and it's not till you stop caring about the site and only post your thoughts is when people start paying attention. I realize, but when niggas just try their hardest, it's like no one cares. Exactly.
Yeah.
My point exactly.
Have you played any other games, Jake?
No, I had a slow month this month. I've been just playing shit games.
Yeah.
I'm still playing Splatoon 2.
Still a good game.
Still perfect. Still amazing. I love my girls, my queens.
My squids.
My squid kids.
Hey there.
Hold on. What other games have we been playing though? Started playing TF2 again because I was like, I fucking hate Fortnite and I don't want to play Overwatch again. So I might as well just go back to 2007, you know. That game is still good. The community's still fun.
Define fun.
Nobody calls me the N-word when I choose the character they don't like. So, that's one.
Unlike Overwatch.
It's like I play Overwatch and I just want to play Junkrat and I just want to blow shit up.
Want to fuck shit up.
And everyone's yelling at me and I'm like, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm throwing down mines, baby.
You know what's like just as bad too is when you enjoy playing the healer character. It's like a fucking death sentence.
Oh, dude. I mean,
just like life.
Okay, in TF2, I loved being the medic. I do not want to be a damn healer in Overwatch at all. Because it's like, alright, in TF2, I just pay attention to the heavy. I give everyone else a little boost every now and again. And then when I have my Uber, I boost whoever's near me and whoever is the best in the situation. It's very easy to remember. In Overwatch, everyone's fucking yelling at me. I got Genjis. I don't know. It's too. I don't like it.
When Genji yells from the front lines, I need healing, and you're at the base.
Yeah.
I hate it because there's 6 to 7 fucking healers that are all capable of healing. But everyone will call you a fucking Nazi if you pick anyone but Mercy.
Yeah.
I think, okay. Back in the day, I remember when TF2 was a thing, I was like, when are they going to add a new character? When are they going to, And then I realized just adding new weapons is enough to change the meta. And it's like, when you add a new character with new weapons and new abilities, that just fucks everything up. You know what I mean? And they've done that like 4 or 5 times now. And they're still, it seems like it's still muddy and no one can agree on what the meta is. And they're going to keep adding characters and it's going to keep getting muddier and confusing. And that's kind of my problem with the game. Correct me if I sound stupid, but that's how I'm feeling.
I want to go up to Jeff Kaplan, just be like,
literally, I like saw that all play out in my head when you said that. Oh fuck. Anyway,
I got you in my sights.
Oh fuck. So how do you move? How do you move from topic to topic on the show?
Life is like a hurricane. A fucking gun shatter.
That's pretty much how we do it.
Oh my god. This is like the most annoying podcast to listen to, and I love it.
That should be our slogan. The most fucking annoying podcast fucking ever.
Still fresh.
I played another game called Minute.
Oh, you played it?
Yeah.
I heard of that. I want to try it.
I want to play that game.
It's a game where you only have 60 seconds to live and then you respawn at a point. It's pretty fun. Because you don't think you can get a lot done in 60 seconds, but like the things you do in the world like stay the same.
Mm-hmm.
You just have to die and come back. Like there's an old man who talks really slow, so you just have to sit there slowly awaiting your death while you're trying to get some information from him.
Holy fuck.
It's a good.
Who's it by?
I don't know who
It's
it's
like
by.
an indie.
Yeah, it's indie.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It's like $10.
I
Pretty fun. It's kind of short though. If you know what you're doing, it's pretty short. But like, if you're like trying to figure shit out, it could take you a little bit longer. But it's a short game. Maybe wait for a sale to pick it up.
I don't mind short little indie experiences. I feel like that's more enjoyable to me than like a padded out 60-hour game.
Yeah.
Like it's like I get you're trying to get me my money's worth, but I just don't want to run around doing extra bullshit. Like I had Xenoblade Chronicles 2 for a bit,
Oh no.
and I played it. And I'm like, I'm not having fun. This is not a fun fucking game for me.
Yeah.
So I just sold that shit.
To me, like if you get like if you buy a game for $60, 1 to 2 hours is like $10. So if you get 12 hours out of it, that's in my eyes, it's probably worth the money.
All I ask for in the game is
if you enjoy those hours.
Yeah. All I ask for is like a good basic story, a good few 10, 12 hours to play it, and like maybe some replay value. That's all I ask for.
Yeah.
It's a reason to come back after I've beaten it.
See, that's what God of War did for me. Is like as soon as I beat it, I was like, I want to go back and do shit I missed and like start a new game on a different difficulty and just need more.
Some games like you beat it and it's like, all right, well, never touching that again.
Yeah, exactly.
There's like no reason to go back in. And I feel like that.
Point your mic towards you.
Oh yeah. I feel like that is a... See, it's because this shit keeps falling.
That piece of shit.
I don't know. I just feel like game developers do the bare minimum and everything and try to get it out as fast as possible. And they're like, well, we'll release DLC to extend the game, but it's like, yeah, but I have to pay $10 more.
Yeah.
For what you were working on while the game was unfinished and you just released it later.
You know what I think one of the coolest things about God of War is the axe throwing.
Yeah.
Because you can throw that shit, it'll like, you can throw it far, it'll like land in the water.
Mm-hmm.
You recall it, and it shoots out of the water where it was and comes back to your hand.
Oh, shit.
That's the coolest thing. I like throw it off a mountain,
That
wait a
sounds
few
nice,
seconds, hit the button, it's just like... Like it, the further away you are from it, the longer it takes, you know? Also, if you throw it in walls, it makes like a mark in the wall. And if you keep throwing it at different points, like all the mark stays. I thought that was like the coolest fucking detail.
That's cool because most games, they just
fade away.
Yeah. Or like you get to a certain point and then they start disappearing.
Yeah.
What if someone made Lost with axe marks? I really like, I'm not trying to spoil it, but so I'm just going to say it the way it is. I really like the second weapon that you get in God of War.
Oh yeah. When I saw that, I was like,
Oof.
oh fuck
Oof.
yeah.
That was such a good moment.
I like the big reveal about the sun at the end.
Oh yeah, I liked that too.
Like I was like jaw dropped when I heard that. Cause like if you know the lore, then you know shit fits in, like the mythology, I should say.
I like the foreshadowing to it because when like fuck, I don't know really how to say it without not spoiling things.
Is it at the end?
No, it's like
Guys, ruining the game for me.
That's why you should play it. We were not ruining anything.
I didn't have $60 on 420 to spend on video games. I'm sorry. I bought a lot of weed.
Me too.
No, I was out with my gamers. I was at that midnight release.
I was running through the 6 with my gamers.
I wish I was turned around so I could get the reverb on that.
I'm not gonna say it because I'm not gonna spoil it.
Okay.
I've made the decision.
I bet you even there's someone in the comments right now like, I can't believe you spoiled it.
I don't like saying you get a second weapon really isn't a spoiler because like you get weapons in the
yeah,
so
that's not a spoiler to me.
Yeah.
But to some people, it's like I remember when Mario Odyssey came out. It's like, what was the spoilers? Like, don't spoil that you go to different levels, and it's like. We saw the levels in the trailer. We know what the levels look like. Don't
spoil that Dumbledore dies.
And I don't know. Spoilers are weird.
I smell pussy.
You know what was okay? You know what was weird is how hard everyone cares about spoilers on the internet. But when Black Panther came out, it was like they just fucking.
Wakanda.
I saw GIFs of the movie the night it came out, and I'm like, these are cam rip GIFs. Like it's like someone brought in their camera just to tape it to make GIFs of the movie because we have to make the first GIFs. You guys were just all on that shit the day that came out. Speaking of cam rips, one time I watched The Evil Dead online, and I'm like, this quality's pretty bad, but that's okay. And then the camera pans down a little bit and there's just Arabic subtitles and I just see a man walking in front of them periodically, like halfway through. I still finished the damn movie because I look, I'm sorry. I be stealing movies on the internet.
Fuck, Cam and I watched this one horror movie and it was fucking dumb. It was
Was it Thanksgiving?
No, it was Insidious 3. Or no, Insidious 4, because apparently that's the fourth one.
I didn't know there was a 2 and 3.
Yeah, so there's...
Well, I knew there was a 2.
There's Insidious 1 and 2, They're pretty fucking good, actually. I didn't even know Insidious 3 existed. I thought the one we were watching was Insidious 3. And then we watched the fourth one. And the fourth one has the goofiest man in fucking existence. It's this guy with keys for fingers. And is like, what he does is there's this part where he pins this chick and she's screaming, and he just takes this little key finger and just locks her throat, and she can't scream anymore.
You can't see me, but I have like the most baffled look on my face because that doesn't make any fucking sense.
He's just got I know it's supposed to be like scary, but he's just got these fucking key fingers, and they're so stupid.
This sounds like a Gary's Mod skit.
It's just like Kingdom Hearts. Give me the power of darkness.
Kingdom Hearts doesn't make sense until you realize that Disney is an evil company, and then it makes sense that Mickey Mouse is God in the series. Then it makes perfect sense, and it's okay.
Goofy.
That's why
Oh no!
You know what's scary to me? If you're at Disney World, they can do whatever they want to you because it's their own country, pretty much.
What?
Like I don't know. They pretty much paid Florida to have their own like jurisdiction. Is that not scary to you? You go to an amusement park and it's like, oh, we could arrest you for whatever we want.
I almost punched a small child at Disneyland.
What the fuck? Why?
It sounds so bad when I say it.
You don't have a very good track record with children. I'm just gonna say that.
What else have I done to kids?
Remember your story last time on the podcast that I had to cut the entire thing out?
That was a fake kid. He didn't even exist. This was a real kid that I almost did.
That makes it better. Oh, I drew a picture of me fucking a fake kid. It doesn't exist. That's what you sound like.
No,
like,
okay.
it's like, no, you thought of it. That's fine. Anyways.
No, okay, give context.
What are you, Shad Man?
It was the first time I ever went to Disneyland. It was the only time I've never been to Disney. I've only been to Disneyland once.
Mm-hmm.
And it was with my dad and my dad's girlfriend at the time. And she had a daughter who was, I hated her.
Okay.
That's the lightest way I can put it. She was the most spoiled, entitled, get away with anything, like, through the power of screaming person.
She like Lil Tay?
Through the power of screaming.
I would say Lil Tay is at least, in comparison, is at least more refined. Like, at least I can like look at Lil Tay and gain a small amount and gain an enjoyment out of it. Whereas this, I just was like brought despair. So like, we're going to I'm excited to go to Disneyland. Mm-hmm. All I want to do is go on rides and eat food. And this little bitch,
This little cunt.
this little bitch nearly ruins the whole fucking trip for me. Has to be supervised everywhere we go, no matter what. But like, there were rides that we couldn't go on or had to wait extra long after being in line for because by the time there were multiple occasions where we would get to after sitting in line, we'd get to the front of the line, and she would say she didn't want to go on it, and she would start putting up so much of a fuss that we would not go fucking on it.
Jesus Christ, I would have just been like, I'm getting on. You can all leave me here. I am getting on this ride.
Leave me here!
After we did not go on the Haunted Mansion ride, which I eventually did just go on myself, I was like, there was just this moment where everyone looked away, and I just, in my mind, I just said, I'm gonna hit this kid. I'm gonna hit this kid, and no one's gonna know that I hit them.
No one will know. I'm still trying to figure out where I should use the auto-tune.
What key is that in?
F minor,
Oh, okay.
the best key.
Ugh.
Anyone other ones of us played a video game in the past month?
Nah, that's about all the video games I've been playing, really.
I just finished Far Cry 5.
Oh yeah.
Is that good?
How do you feel about that ending?
Yeah, I was like, that's probably the best part of the game.
Is it? Okay, I have a fear of playing Ubisoft games.
I play a lot of them for some reason.
I don't like them, and I've tried.
Well, you have a very good reason to.
I didn't like Assassin's Creed, didn't like Division. I am kind of afraid to try Watch Dogs.
Watch Dogs 2 is pretty good.
Watch Dogs 2
The
looks
Division
okay.
sucks.
Yeah.
The Division did suck.
The new
Waste of
Assassin's
$100.
Creed was pretty good.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay. But,
And the ancient Egypt thing is pretty interesting.
so Far Cry 5, like, what would you rate it on the gamer scale and then on the Ubisoft scale?
On the Ubisoft scale, like out of 10, let's say.
Both out of 10, yeah.
Ubisoft scale,
10 being, wow, they fucked this up, and 1 being, oh, you know what, this is a video game.
the fuck was that?
I think I knocked this bottle over.
Oh, that wasn't what it sounded like. Let's see, probably like for Ubisoft, maybe a 5.
Yeah,
For
still got that Ubisoft stank.
yeah, for a
Definitely microtransactions.
for a game, probably like a 7.
7 out of 10 game?
6 or 7.
That's okay. Okay.
Like a strong 6, light 7, maybe.
That's, I think,
6.5, maybe.
I think that's a game I could play through and have an alright time with it.
I still gotta commend the level creator that they have.
Yeah, that bumps it up to a 7 for me.
That also looks fun.
'Cause,
I didn't know
like-
that was in there till like recently.
Yeah, they have the Far Cry Arcade, and the thing is like, while you're building the level, not only do you have access to Far Cry 5's assets.
Wait, I mean 3, because I was thinking like
Oh yeah.
out of 10 being the highest. Sorry.
But you don't just have access to Far Cry 5's assets. You have access to like 4's assets, Primal's assets, and then other Ubisoft games too. So you
Yeah.
have like the Watch Dogs assets as well.
Really?
The Assassin's Creed Black Flag assets.
Okay, that right there is actually something pretty cool in
Right?
the video
Yeah.
game.
Like there's one level that's like just an island.
I saw an arcade mission that you fight a bunch of Fred Dursts. So honestly, that screenshot alone almost made me just get the game off of a Russian key website.
See, it's a good game to just play, but the story is pretty abysmal.
I heard it's like about like cults and like
Yeah, it's about like crazy religious cults.
yeah.
And there's a decent twist at the end that I won't spoil for you, but it's probably when it's like the best part of the story.
Okay.
Calvin and I both pretty much agree that I think the direction Far Cry needs to take is the direction they take in their DLCs, like
Right.
Blood Dragon,
Oh,
Where they just fuck
where they're completely self-aware and just dial everything up to like fucking 11.
like Saints Row almost. Like, cause okay, in my opinion, the first 2 Saints Row games are good, right? They're fun, but then when they became self-aware in the 3rd and 4th, that's when the game really got its own identity.
Yeah, because
And,
it was
like,
just
stuck
kind of
out.
like Grand Theft Auto before.
But now it's like, all right, now it's Grand Theft Auto, but I can fucking fly and have telekinesis, and I can also shoot dubstep.
Also have a big ass dick.
Yeah, it's like, okay, yeah, this, so it's
I
kind of,
love the third one.
yeah, it's always fun when developers just have fun with their properties.
And they're definitely doing it. Like, I can't say too much about like that zombie DLC, but like the one where you're on fucking Mars, I think is going to be cool.
What the fuck? That sounds crazy.
Far Cry N-word.
That's what I thought Far Cry 5 was going to be.
It's
Oh,
racist.
yeah,
I mean,
from the cover. Oh, speaking of
they kind of avoided that, kind of.
Speaking of the cover, one of my friends actually modeled on that. He's the dude on the far left with the kind of has dreads.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a rapper named Lucid. Lucid with a V instead of a
Of
U.
course he's a rapper.
Well, he started with deathcore. He's a deathcore guitarist.
Of course he did. Like every SoundCloud rapper today.
He was in a band called Young, spelled YXVNG, I think. I don't know. That was cool to me. But that's just a little tidbit for you.
That's interesting.
Yeah. They also made him white. Or well, he
Wait.
like
Wait.
whiter, like because he's got like olive skin and like dark hair, but they gave him like kind of blondish brown hair and like whiter skin to match all the other white people on the cover. Because he looks Italian. You know what I mean?
Sure. I thought they did some live action stuff for that game.
Oh
and
yeah.
I thought it was better than the story in the game. It was like a 20-minute like short movie. It was pretty interesting. Like they got the characters that played the characters in the game
That's cool.
because they're like modeled after real people.
Yeah, yeah. I think it's cool that games are doing that more.
Yeah.
I like how Kojima does it.
He just puts himself in the game.
Dude, he just fucking it's like
He's like,
oh, speaking of Kojima, I read this like big theory, like talking about how
we lost Jake on that one.
I know. Yeah, I'm letting you guys recover while I tell the story. I read this whole big theory of how like pretty much he's been planning Death Stranding since like before Metal Gear Solid 5 came out.
Since before he was born.
Well, basically, like, because it's like if you like watch the original Metal Gear Solid 5 trailer, he's wearing a jacket, right? And there's a patch on it, and it says PT, and it's got a spider on it. And then when they announced Death Stranding, like Kojima tweeted out this picture of like a spider web, and it's like, okay, so PT and Metal Gear and Death Stranding are all connected somehow. And it's like everyone who's played parts of it, like Jeff Keighley or like people close to him, they're like, this is like the biggest, most like, I don't know, just like the biggest thing. Like it's like Kojima's like big dream finally happening that Konami wouldn't let him have.
That's awesome.
Because like Metal Gear Solid 5's costed like $65 million to develop or some shit. That's not even like advertising stuff.
I bet Sony just handed him a blank check and was like, do what you do, boy.
That's literally what, because like as soon as Konami let him go, Sony was like, oh nigga. Oh nigga. Oh shit. We need them video games to get that boy. Give him whatever he needs. Norman Reedus, Guillermo del Toro. Yeah, get him in here. Get him on in here. Mads I don't know how to say Mads Mikkelsen. Yeah, that dude. We'll get them all in here.
Oh my god.
That's how I imagine the meeting went. It's like, Kojima, we need you on board, buddy. He's like, yes. And he's like, how much you need?
4 billion.
$10 billion.
I hope the game, like when you buy it, like there's just, when you open the cover, there's just a knife and it just says, do it.
There's no disc. But like somehow with the knife, you still obtain the game.
You have to sacrifice something of yourself to obtain the game.
Yeah, I was about to say, you can only start the game if you do a blood sacrifice onto the disc.
Oh, I saw this post where they're like, if they made a Metal Gear movie, they would have a scene where in the middle of it, Otacon goes, you have to go to Theater 3 to see the rest of the movie. And the whole theater has to just transfer the next one over.
The entire movie is like a year long.
I always think about how they had to stop him from adding a boss in Metal Gear Solid 3 that lasted 2 weeks. Like 2 real-time weeks.
See, I think like Sony's just gonna let him do that.
He still got that somehow in the game where it's like if you play the game and you get to a point and then you just don't play it for a few weeks, the boss just dies. I feel
Of old age.
Yeah, so it's like, I don't know, if Sony's just letting him do whatever the fuck he wants, this is gonna be like a game unlike video games before it.
I'm excited just from the trailers.
And we haven't seen.
Yo, I have a baby in my stomach.
And we haven't seen how the game plays. I don't know
no one
what
knows.
kind of game it is.
Do you
Everyone who's played it says it's like amazing, but they don't describe what it's like, and most of them can't either.
That's insane to think about. Do you think they're gonna? Well, actually, I have a question for you guys, but it's gonna lead into another discussion, I'm pretty sure. But I just wanted to say, I think Kojima can disappear at will.
Oh, absolutely.
I just think he goes and just he's gone.
I feel like he could have just shown up at the Video Game Awards that one year if he wanted, and he just chose to hold in his power. I was half expecting him when they didn't allow him to come to just show up. Just be like...
He just shows up open carrying.
With an AR-15 strapped to his chest.
Yeah.
I think, here's the thing, he's the one person who, if you walked up to me with an AR-15, I would feel safe.
Yeah, I know.
Anyone else would be like, oh, fuck, what's going down? But him, I was like, I
trust you with my life.
Yeah, I'm not going to question. If he has an AR-15, I'm going to the store to get an AR-15.
I'm going down to 7-Eleven.
Going down to Walmart, going to pick me up some rifles.
But I just wanted to throw that in because I've been thinking about it ever since we started talking. But my question was, do you think that they might finally show some of that off at E3? And what else you might think they'll show at E3?
Okay, no, they're not going to show Death Stranding at E3. Because I feel like Kojima is just going to, like... I don't know, I feel like...
You think they're going to show another trailer? And
I feel like
everyone?
He'll do some sort of, like, augmented reality type shit. And it's going to be, like, weird. It's like, they're going to show, like, a logo on screen for, like, 30 seconds. And people are going to be like, what the fuck is this? And it's going to be, like, this whole... That's something... Either he's going to show nothing or fuck with us more. But I don't think he's just going to not show us anything for the rest of the year. You know what I mean? I just feel like companies...
Tom Cruise is in the game.
I just feel like companies are over E3.
Yeah, it's kind of like... There was a point, like, a couple years ago, they thought E3 would just stop.
Yeah.
And then they, like, opened it to the public.
They had to. Because, I mean, it's like, I don't know. Obviously, they make more money that way than before.
I think it's going to kind of go towards... like what Nintendo's doing.
Yeah, because like,
they're like way ahead of themselves right now.
Like I remember the first year Nintendo did that, everyone was disappointed. They're like, Nintendo's giving up. They just don't try anymore, but they just announce games through the year.
Yeah, and
because why wait till one time of the year to announce shit?
And then they gave us that one of the best videos ever created of Reggie and Iwata fighting.
Oh yeah.
I was like, you can't do that on stage.
No, and here's the thing. It's like, I don't know. You see these live presentations, and every year it ends up in a cringe compilation, except Nintendo.
Yeah.
Nintendo doesn't end up in those cringe comps anymore, because especially after, remember the Wii Music reveal?
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, that was bad for them. They had, and then like when they showed Skyward Sword and he couldn't aim.
Yeah.
They had, they have their moments like that.
You ever wonder what an Avatar's foot looks like?
Well, bam!
Well, bam!
It's like, I don't know.
Well, bam!
There it is. I feel like,
yeah!
I feel like it's just like, guys, either practice more, just play some pre-recorded video on stage with you, even more than you already do, because I know this isn't real gameplay. Or, like, just fucking give up and just show us a 30-minute video like Nintendo does.
Yeah.
Where nothing can go wrong, and if it just stops, you know it's not your fault. It's E3's fault.
Uncharted. Yeah, like, remember that Unraveled guy, the developer?
Oh my god,
He was just up on stage just like...
He was so nervous, but, like...
I made a little friend.
Honestly, though, that was, like, the only moment I remember from E3 that was positive.
Yeah.
In the past, like, couple of years. Like, tell me, like, some moments you remember from E3 that weren't from Nintendo and that weren't, like, cringe compilation worthy.
Was that
No
part
Man's
where
Sky.
Aisha Tyler said the N-word?
That was good. No Man's Sky. I remember when they like Kanye wanted to go talk to the creators of No Man's Sky, and they're like, no, and everyone's like, you tell him No Man's Sky, you don't talk to Kanye, and then the game sucked, and maybe he could have saved it.
Kanye knew all along. He's like, yo, this shit's gonna suck.
This shit ain't finished.
What do you do in the game? Nothing. You explore still planets? No.
No, literally, like, that's probably what he would have said. You know what I mean? And it's like, they were so confident in this and so, like, cocky in their video game that they were like, we're not gonna let Kanye talk to us about it. And it's like, now how you fucking look. Like, yeah, I know they fixed the game and they added shit. It took a year and a half.
They haven't fixed it. Don't even play.
We extensively cover No Man's Sky on this podcast.
See, the thing they're doing is No Man's Sky Next, but they haven't revealed anything about it. It's just like the next major update, and it's also for Xbox now. What if just Sean Murray shows up on stage at the next E3?
He just hasn't shaved since the game released.
He's aged 30 years. He's like, so... Man's Sky is our next game. Also, Joe Danger 3 because we need some more money.
I always imagine that picture of like Sean Murray and he's holding like the burnt copy of No Man's Sky and everyone's like all happy and he has his mouth wide open like and it's
just went platinum.
Yeah, and it's just like, oh hey, guess what? Your whole life's gonna be fucked up in a week.
Boy, we got some shit for you.
And I don't want people to like think I want to bully Sean Murray.
I do.
Or game dev. He does. But like, I don't know, man. At a point, stop being so full of yourself and just make some damn video games. Stop making these big artistic statements. Just make some damn games. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like No Man's Sky was looked at as this big artistic thing. He was on like Jimmy Kimmel and like all this shit, and it's like, it's this game that goes on forever. It's gonna be the best thing. And it's like, you guys were just talking. You guys were just talking about a game for a year. You know what I mean?
I enjoyed it for like the first couple hours, and then I was like, I need a better ship, so I grinded for another couple hours, and I got the ship. I was like, okay, what do I do now?
Yeah.
Like, I set a goal for myself and did it. I didn't enjoy it that much because it's the same shit over and over. But then it was at that moment I was realized, like, oh shit, I'm just doing the same shit over and over.
Cam got to the center, and I remember the feeling of disappointment just emanating off of him.
Of just like, that's it.
That's it.
That's it.
One thing about the game that like baffles me is like, before it came out, he didn't describe what you did. Everyone had this hype for this game, and I know I have hype for Death Stranding without knowing what kind of game it is, right? Mm-hmm. But like, it's because I have faith in him as a developer. Because I know
you can
what
trust
he's made.
Kojima.
Yeah, I know
he made Metal Gear.
Yeah, I know he's made. This is a guy I don't know telling me like this is like a Kickstarter. This is basically like a Kickstarter. He's like, I have this idea, and here's like kind of a or Indiegogo, because Indiegogo you don't have to have a beta before you put shit up or like some sort of prototype. You can just put out an idea and say, give me money. And that's what I feel like No Man's Sky was. He was just like, I got this idea. It's gonna be this big thing. Comes out. Didn't do any of that. No multiplayer. None of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. He just lied.
And it's just like, why did everyone like believe this so easily?
He lied.
I remember being confused. Just I don't know, the whole leading up to it. I didn't know what everyone was talking about. I literally didn't understand what people were... I feel stupid sometimes, you know?
I was excited for it personally, and then it was the only game that crashed my PS4.
Holy shit, really?
Yeah, like, fully, like, crash.
Damn.
Like, it doesn't exit the application, it froze.
That's crazy.
I know.
That's like a big glitch. That's like a big glitch. That's like a big error. Damn.
Jake, don't you have a GameStop story of like you putting stickers over the release date or something?
Oh fuck, I remember that. When they pushed the game date back, they gave us all these fucking stickers that we had to go and sticker every single promo piece in the store to change the dates.
I always wondered that.
That happens more often than you think when a game gets delayed. Like, it fucks up all the marketing.
Yeah, damn. I never thought about it like that. When did it get pushed back, and how far did it get pushed back for?
Like a month or two?
It was like a month. It was like a month or two.
That was definitely not a long,
And it was-
long enough time.
See, I think the thing is that pushback, I will also say, attributed to killing the game. Because when that delay happened, people started asking the question, what do you do in the game?
Yeah.
And they wouldn't have asked that if the game got released at that exact moment. Like, the downfall would have happened no matter what, but, like,
Probably would have sold more.
it instilled it already during
The
that
doubt.
delay. The doubt of what do you do?
That, I don't know. That was my question from the beginning, and I felt like a cynical asshole. You know what I mean? Because I don't like being, like, negative about things. I like having hope in people in video games, but goddamn it, you all keep letting me down consistently.
That's because video games are bad.
Oh, fucking Stardew Valley finally got its multiplayer update on PC.
Oh,
There's
word.
some news for you.
Oh, yeah, that's some
And
good news, baby.
apparently it works really well, and you can farm with up to 4 extra people,
Nice.
and that's exactly what I wanted in the game, so fucking awesome.
I only have the Switch version, but
I have the
Hopefully.
Switch version and the PS4 version.
I have the PS4 version.
I have the PS4 version.
But apparently how it works is like one person's farm is the host farm with the main house, and people who join have smaller houses right next to each other on the same farm. So it's kind of like more like of a little like community farm that you guys are all working on.
That's how I wondered how it worked, or how it was going.
And what I liked is you're not limited to the same screen. So like you could be farming the field and someone could be fishing and someone could be in the mine and someone could be talking with the community. Like,
That's pretty cool.
the only thing that everyone has to synchronize on is going to bed at night. You have to all go to bed at the same time.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I was about to ask, how you, like, sleep?
So you could have that one cunt who just doesn't come back and knocks himself out.
Yeah.
Me.
Any more gaming? Has there been any more gaming amongst us?
No, that's about all the gaming I've
Sounds
done.
about-
That's
about
about
it.
all the gaming.
Yeah, it's been besides God of War, I mean, that's played a minute, and
I've been thinking about just hopping into like little RPGs like Earthbound really hard lately.
Earthbound is good.
I've only played like pieces of it, but I want to play through the whole thing finally.
Yeah.
And just like experience it. And cause I got RPG Maker, like one of the engines. So like I want to build something in that, but I want to kind of
You should make Undertale.
no. I kind of just want to play through.
Sans' Nest.
Like I just want to play through like Earthbound and like Yume Nikki and like a bunch of different little RPGs to just kind of get some inspiration of how they're structured and how they work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want to make something fun and with cool music. I basically just want to make a game so I can make music for it. That's
one thing I forgot about Minute. Incredible music.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh then I'm already on board.
That's
'cause
all I needed to say.
I'm a sucker for good music. That's why I fucking love Doom 2016 so much.
Fuck yes.
I'm still waiting to
When
play
they-
Wolfenstein.
The music of Doom makes me so happy.
Dude, it's because it's
Because
like,
they put 8 strings in the game.
and here's the thing, it's so good,
9
and
strings,
it's like
too.
I haven't heard metal bands that sound that good in a while
Oh.
because I don't really like metal. I mean, I love metal, but I don't like the new shit that's coming out lately, and I feel like an old head saying that.
I only like Limp Bizkit.
I only like 2007 MySpace deathcore.
I mean, that's the best deathcore.
I've been listening to like old Disfiguring the Gods demos a lot again.
Oh,
lately.
yeah.
Like everything before like they started putting out real before he started putting out real albums. Back when they had 2 guitarists.
Damn. Well, I think that about does it for games.
Yeah,
Do y'all want to take a break before news?
yeah, I would love
Yes.
a break.
All right. We cut this out, so I don't have to say anything.
Huh. Rick Ross.
Have you guys seen that movie with the tiny Matt Damon?
No.
There's
I was about to say,
it's
that
called,
doesn't sound real.
I think it's called. I thought it wasn't real, but I think it's called Downsizing.
Oh,
it's,
yeah.
It's about like the way they solve population problems and hunger is by shrinking everybody to tiny.
Sounds like a fetish.
This does sound like the
And there's,
beginning of
like-
a fetish movie.
And the one of
Do
the
they eat them at the end?
I don't know. It's
'Cause if
it's
they
like
do,
there's
then
this, like,
that is a fetish.
There's like this divide between the tall people and the small people, and Matt Damon is one of the tiny people. It's just this tiny Matt Damon.
This sounds fucking crazy. This sounds like a fever dream.
I'm about
Especially
to-
that you said Matt Damon.
It's Matt. Yeah.
Ready to be triggered, Jared?
Oh, God.
I'm Matt Damon. I'm Matt Damon. Jake still has all of those, and I listened to them all recently, and I just... For those of you who don't know what we're talking about,
Good.
you never will.
They're locked away on the hidden vault.
What's next on the agenda?
It is time for news!
News time.
News. I made like custom, like Cool Boys intro things for like the news and games and stuff. We only used them like once or
We
twice.
used them once, I think.
That's just how we do. Probably use them again at some point. All right, here's the news for the past month.
Okay.
Not all of it, but you know.
Just stuff we're going to talk about.
Oh, this is something we should address. You know how we said we were going to do the podcast at the end of the month? Well, we're doing it at the beginning of the month now. I mean, it's technically the same time frame.
Yes.
At
Still
least-
get it.
At least you're still getting it, you little bitch. All right, here's the news. You ready? Lawbreakers developers are making a battle royale game called Radical Heights.
Wait a minute. They made Radical Heights?
Oh, you
Yeah.
didn't know? They spent, nigga, I can go on forever about this game. But
Oh
you
my
guys go
God.
first.
Here's some info. It's like an 80s theme.
Yeah,
type thing.
it's based off of like game shows.
Yeah, it's like a game show kind of thing. Or TV show, like kind of like what you were saying, Bloodsport earlier.
Yeah.
They put 5 months of work into this playable demo. They're calling it like pre-early access.
They're calling it extreme early access.
Yeah.
Spelled with just an X.
Yeah. And it kind of shows because they haven't figured shit out yet. But it's playable. Like, people are playing it and having some kind of fun.
Before the game even dropped, they almost fucked up the whole meta because you could like pay $20
It's pay
to
to win.
have
It
like
was pay to win at one point.
yeah.
Yeah,
and then
they have a founders pack that you can pay real money for.
well they
changed the rewards.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like, I think it's just skins. or
Yeah, now
something.
it's just skins. Before you got like money, which you could use to buy items, which is like, well, if some people pay money to get better items at the beginning of the game, obviously they're gonna do better.
And what kills me is there's a mechanic in the game with the ATM machines where the money you incur in that game, you can deposit it into the ATM machine, and then in a different game, you can withdraw it.
Yeah.
Which
so
I
you
don't
can
fully
buy guns.
understand that.
Which is like,
So you can save your money and buy guns
You-
at the beginning.
well, no, but
Right.
like, I don't get that for a battle royale game, because if the whole point is everyone starts at nothing, and to make it a skill game, you put everyone on the same level, but you introduce a mechanic where players who play the game frequently naturally will have an advantage over
Yeah.
anyone picking
Yeah.
up the game.
I-
And that seems stupid.
I couldn't even play the game when it came out because I wanted to like.
I can't believe they were the one. I can't believe the Lawbreakers guys are the ones making Radical Heights.
I thought about making a little video just roasting the game. I was gonna play it and just like talk over it and shit. I couldn't even get in the fucking game. I couldn't get it to work, so that didn't happen. I just got to watch people play it, and I realized, oh fuck, this game isn't finished.
They also bought assets off the Epic
No,
Games
yeah,
stuff.
I was just gonna say you
um,
could just like find the assets for the game.
Because
and-
the thing is that if you look to, I hate to bring it up again, but if you look to Fortnite, funny enough, because they both use the Unreal Engine, assets that were used in the Unreal Engine for Fortnite were bought for Radical Heights, which I think is really funny. Cliff Bleszinski buying Unreal assets.
It's like you're a shadow of your past self, my guy. And the fucked up thing is, like, I think they're gonna stop support for Lawbreakers soon.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
And it's
definitely.
like, you had this game that was almost finished, pretty much, and you're just giving up on it. 'cause
And even like, not even from a gameplay standpoint, just like a graphical quality standpoint between Lawbreakers and Radical Heights.
it's like it's not like Lawbreakers looked bad. It's just like kind of boring colors. It's hard to tell who's who, but like the game looks good enough for a
Looks like an Unreal
2016
Engine game.
Yeah.
For 5 months of development, it's okay.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like Radical Heights, like looks like, I don't know, like those games you see in Unity where like some guy just bought a bunch of assets and they're trying to make a quick money flip off of YouTubers. That's literally exactly what this looks like. You know what I mean? And it's like, I know they're gonna give up on this in a month. And that is like depressing to think about. That's like Cliff Bleszinski, you went from Jazz Jackrabbit to Gears of War, and then you just gave up
Don't
on
forget
Xbox.
Unreal Tournament.
And yeah, Unreal Tournament, yeah. And it's like, I don't know, man. How you let this happen? How do you become a shell of your former self like this? It's just disappointing. I'm disappointing you, son. But my whole thing is like,
They have bikes in the game
okay,
instead of horses.
like bikes. I was like, that's kind of cool. Too bad this looks like it plays like shit. A lot. Oh, there's no textures inside the building.
Yeah, the buildings are just textureless buildings.
It doesn't like. Come on, y'all could have waited like a couple months. Fortnite isn't even finished. You could have waited. Fortnite isn't good because I don't see Fortnite going away till like next year. You know, I feel like it's going to be a thing we talk about for like a year or so before it starts actually dying out. That's how I feel.
They have to, in order, like I would say, in order for Fortnite to stay relevant after a year, they have to introduce a new game mode to the Battle Royale mechanic.
Probably maybe like a new map.
New map. Well, I actually like what they did with the map for season 4. I kind of like the direction they're going, honestly, just with the more they're implementing into the game. Like season 1 and 2, I didn't play the game at all. I don't know anything about those 2 seasons. But with season 3, they started to implement like, I'm a sucker for just like ambient lore. So they started with the Comet and stuff. They started implementing like if you found like TVs around the map, they were broadcasting stuff about the comet before it even happened. And then you have this fat ass comet that through the whole season is slowly getting bigger for no reason. And then the last week of the game, they changed the whole mechanics of the game to where meteorites were raining down and could like actually cause damage to you. Like my favorite moment was there were these people that built up this huge base and turtle inside a fucking meteor just came and wrecked the whole base and killed everyone inside it.
That's crazy.
And then they tie it in with the fucking this moment season 4 and the fucking meteor hits and destroys a portion of the map.
You know, I didn't know about all that. That's kind of cool that like I guess they're having lore already in like this multiplayer experience. Because Overwatch has lore, but it doesn't really affect the game like that.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like
It's all separate.
It's all separate, but that I can respect that. But I still don't get the fun of the game.
I don't get I've been enjoying the game, but I definitely don't get how it's become like a cultural phenomenon overnight.
Honestly,
Well, because PUBG became the thing, and then Fortnite did it, but it's free now.
The thing with PUBG is PUBG fucked themselves so hard by they couldn't keep their game bug free fast enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like too many, like because Ryan hated Fortnite at the beginning and he loved PUBG. But the catch with PUBG is that it's so buggy, it becomes near unplayable at some points. And the one thing that's nice about Fortnite, even though it's got like so much against it, is that they at least made sure the gameplay was like near bug free before putting it out. Like,
Which is a lot to ask for nowadays.
exactly.
It's like, that's like, well, you want us to release a game that works?
Or like they listen to their community, and if something's too fucking overpowered, they adjust it. Like for a long time, like the shooting in Fortnite, you could say was more luck based because just how the bloom worked, the first shot on your gun wasn't guaranteed to be 100% accurate on where you aimed. So they heard that from the community, and they put in first shot accuracy to where now if your first shot, if you're aiming properly and you're standing still, is guaranteed to be exactly where you aim. Like. Okay. And then, I don't know, they did do something that I thought was kind of like, they casualed it a bit, in my opinion, even though it's already, I would say, a very casual heavy game.
I mean, you can play on an iPad, you know.
They had this...
That's ridiculous.
They, like, when you swapped weapons, there was no delay animation between the weapon swap. So what, you could basically swap a weapon and fire it the second you swapped it.
Oh, really?
So people started doing this new skill move called the double pump, where you would take 2 pump shotguns that had the lowest fire rate in the game, fire it, hot swap the weapon, and you'd be able to fire the swapped one again immediately.
Oh, okay.
And it turned into this really, like, and people started learning...
I've seen people complain about that. I just didn't understand.
And people started learning how to hot swap other weapons. So you'd see people, like... There was this one clip of this dude who carried like 3 magnums and has like insane powerhouse gun, but super slow fire rate, and just fucking demolishes this dude by hot swapping magnums back and forth between all of them shooting it. And I thought that was a cool, like, it was like a mechanic that, like, it was something you could learn. Like,
yeah,
it was there in the game. You didn't really need to have it.
But like, if you learned,
but if you learned it, and then they like Epic decided to take it out by adding a delay animation between firing and swapping the weapon.
I get why they would add that, because I feel like maybe that takes a little bit of the fun out. But I don't know, like, it's like that's like a technique like L canceling.
Yeah,
to me, yeah.
I thought of it like the wave dash, exactly like that. It's like it was an unintended mechanic that created a skill move.
Yeah, and I love when games have that, because I think not everything should be like 100% like plotted out. Like, there has to be some form of like excitement in finding something new that even the developers didn't know about, and everyone develops upon that. I really like that in video games, which is why I still love Smash and like other games, like in fighting games, and like just, I don't know, I just like Mario 64, people are speedrunning that and still finding fucking techniques. You know?
The one move I really like in the game that they've kept in is Rocket Rodeo, where...
Oh, you can ride those rockets?
Yeah, in a team game, since there's no team damage, and the rocket is a physical object, if you fire the rocket at someone's feet, the moment they land on it, they'll land on the rocket and fly with it. Which has created some very just fun to watch plays where someone's like hiding across the map. So the son of a bitch just skates a rocket over and headshots you.
You know what my favorite move is? Cunnilingus.
And then I really like... My favorite thing to do in that game is to trap people. So like, you have like a really rare gun, and you got some C4, which is my favorite. It's the weakest weapon, was my favorite weapon in the game. And you just drop all your stuff on the ground to make it look like someone died there, and just load up a shit ton of C4 on the really rare weapon and wait for someone to walk by and pick it all up and just blow them to fucking hell.
It's interesting strategies in that game. I will give it that.
I just don't get the core gameplay. That's my issue with it.
I don't think I would like it if I played it. It just doesn't, it's not something that appeals to me. It's like, the only thing that was popular that appealed to me was Overwatch, and it didn't at first. Like, all that League of Legends, Dota, like, everything that's been popular in the past few years, like, I'm not trying to be, like, a nonconformist or whatever, but it's just like, I don't know.
The thing that got me like actually playing Fortnite, like I wasn't even playing the Battle Royale mode, like the actual singles, duos, and double and teams. They have like special modes every now and again. The one they had going on was 50v50, like big team battle. Mm-hmm. And fuck, that shit was so fun.
Yeah.
Like there was just something stupid fun about 50 people on one side, 50 people on the other side, building up stupid big bases and just like huge warfare. Like I'm a sucker for like big team battles. Like it reminded me of like Halo when Big Team Battle first came out.
Oh,
Or like Mag.
speaking of Halo.
Oh, have you seen the Halo PC?
Yeah, I was just about to. I'm about to, cause I downloaded it right before like Bungie was like, you can't do this anymore. Well, they're kind of like on
They're
the
on
fence
the fence.
about
They
it.
haven't C&D'd them yet.
Yeah, they're like talking about how they can do it legally because it's just a rebuild of the Russian Halo Online game, which I tried playing before, but I couldn't get that to work right. But I don't know, the Halo Online PC, like it just looks like Halo 3, but like fun.
It looks it's exactly
Like a little,
looks just like
it
Halo
looks
3.
a little more fun. Like a little, like a few new mechanics, like from like Reach and 4. And I miss that. So hopefully, I don't know, I get a good experience when I start playing Halo Online.
Halo 3, hands down, I will say, had the best custom games.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't think any other Halo managed to match Halo 3's custom games.
No
on
other
the
game.
like the level that people got to with it.
Nobody. Okay, I can't think of a game that's not like TF2 or CS:GO where you can make custom games really like that anymore. You know what I mean? That's not really a thing.
And fucking like TF2 and CS:GO had the grace of being on PC and the ability to use like the toolkit to
Yeah,
create
that's like-
custom
and-
maps and custom game types. Like you had to work within the limitations of what Halo gave you to create
And
these
people
games.
did a lot with that. So that's I don't know. No one's really matched that yet.
If Halo 3 had the vehicle teleporter, it would probably have been the perfect custom game Halo.
Oh yeah.
Just because I think that's when like Halo 4, or I think it was Halo Reach that introduced it. Halo Reach, I think, peaked in custom games when people started abusing the way to teleport vehicles with the teleporter. Like, because I think Halo 4's like best custom game was the one where it's just a literal down incline ramp,
Oh,
and you
yeah.
have everyone in Warthogs going, and then since you're constantly teleporting back to the top, you keep gaining speed.
Yeah.
God, I fucking love that map. Halo 3, I played. It was my favorite map of all time in Halo 3 was this. It was called Jenga.
Oh my god.
I was about
holy
to
fuck.
actually mention that.
It's
I haven't thought of that in so long.
fucking so many great moments. But it was such a simple design. You were just over a cliff, and it was just all of the physics objects stacked in a tower. And you had to just stand on the tower while someone knocked the blocks off, and it was fucking genius. It's fucking genius.
They're good.
I don't know, like, find me a game with a community that creative that doesn't have PC tools to use.
That doesn't have PCP.
Like, maybe, like, Little Big Planet, but they shut down all the servers for that.
Now H-Doom.
Oh, my God. I still haven't played that, but I have it on my computer because I've been waiting for the right moment to hate myself. Do you know about H-Doom?
I want to say, I'm guessing it's Hentai Doom.
Exactly.
You goddamn right it is.
The best version of Doom.
I remember one time when I got Oblivion on
Here we go.
PC. Or no, it was Skyrim. When I got Skyrim on PC, I just downloaded a shit ton of mod packs onto it.
Big titty mod, big
And I really like
big titty mod, big titty mod.
I really like the body mod packs.
Of course.
Just cause I hate Skyrim's character models.
I mean, Todd Howard didn't do a good job. I saw a post recently that was like the feet models in Skyrim are just like textures of feet placed over boots.
It's true.
And I'm
I
like,
remember-
Jesus.
I guess one mod fucked with the whole thing because I never remember installing this mod, but I remember just playing the game, being big old anime man, and then a guard comes up to me, and I decided to resist. And instead of me fighting him, it goes into an animation of him fucking me. And I was just like,
Oh,
where did
no.
I was just like, where did I get this mod?
Oh no.
This isn't what I asked for.
I feel like those games are released at this point because they know the community will finish it for them and keep it going. Like, they don't. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Like, I feel like that started with Skyrim.
Skyrim.
And then, like, Fallout 3 and 4. They all kind of have that where it's like the game is finished, but...
Quote unquote.
Like, it's just like there's little pieces missing. Like, there's just little things that are just like wrong.
A good game.
And I mean, like, there's still like alright games. I don't like playing them, but I understand the appeal of them. But like, why do we accept this?
The next Elder Scrolls game is going to have a fully voiced main character.
Really?
No, I'm guessing.
That, I mean, honestly though, like, they have to do something like that at this point.
They shouldn't.
They need... See, if Bethesda can win a lot of their fans back if they announce the next Fallout and they vividly show the character not talking.
Did you see the mod that someone's doing called Fallout Miami?
Yeah, I actually saw that.
It's.
I thought it was an Obsidian game for a second.
So did I. I was like, it's that good.
I thought it was I was like, oh shit, is this Obsidian's Fallout that I've been waiting for forever?
Y'all gonna have to show me that after this.
It looks really good.
It looks cool. I like the logo for it a lot.
Yeah, someone spent some time on it. All right. Let's get the Battle Royale news all out of the way.
Yeah, just get it out.
Call of Duty Black Ops 4 won't have a single player, but they are working on a Battle Royale mode.
Now, here's where I jump in and I say that I feel like this whole Battle Royale thing is like everyone's tricked themselves into thinking that this is the shit. Like a couple people thought it was the shit, and then they're like, well, they're cool and they think it's the shit, so I'm gonna think it's the shit. And then their friends, it's just like a trickle. Not that I'm saying no one has fun playing this, but I feel like a majority of people do not have fun playing this, and they kind of trick themselves. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we're just going to keep getting Battle Royale games because no one just wants to say, this isn't that fun. I already have one. Why do I need more?
They like to jump on trends because it's like, I don't know if it's a money thing or they just think
it's a money thing.
Or they think it's cool or whatever, but like, if you're going to do a Battle Royale thing, at least make it somewhat different enough so it could be like, oh, I want to play Call of Duty Battle Royale instead of Fortnite because it has this and Fortnite doesn't have this. Or I want to play PUBG instead of Fortnite because it's different or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
I can't see Call of Duty Battle Royale working any different than like deathmatch, but you permadeath.
Yeah.
And like you start with no weapon. But then this just sounds like CSGO a little bit.
What I'm thinking about is I can barely get into a Call of Duty game with 8 players without it lagging. How the fuck do you all of a sudden have the technology for a server to handle 100 players at Call of Duty's level of graphics? It's not going to happen. It's not going to be the experience you want it to be.
That's what I'm saying, and which leads me to my next one, and we can still talk about both of these, but DICE is working on a Battle Royale mode for Battlefield 5.
What the fuck? Are you serious?
Yeah, and they said it would be like an update after launch.
See, the thing is that
I think they could do it better.
That one could do it better because of Battlefield's fully destructible engine. There's like the only way for Battle Royale to be relevant is if you have a unique mechanic to your Battle Royale.
Yeah,
PUBG was the only one that can have the vanilla, this is what you do. Because they're the ones that, I mean, you could argue the H1Z1 or even the mod for Arma came before it.
Minecraft Hunger Games?
Minecraft Hunger Games. But like, PUBG is really the only one that can get away with normalizing, the vanilla Battle Royale experience. Like, you have to have something unique to your Battle Royale. Because like,
that's what I was saying earlier.
Yeah, 100, like one against 100 is only like it. The idea is fun, but like you have to implement something to change the idea. Like there's this one game called the Darwin Project. That's another Battle Royale game right now.
I never heard of that one.
But that one's more of like the survival game.
Mm-hmm.
But from what I've seen, the way it works is the mechanic in that game is it takes votes from the community. So while you're playing the game, I guess there's an overlay that you can have in the game that people can join into your lobby as like a spectator. And when events come up, there's events that come up that the spectators themselves can vote on. So it's like, which of these areas do you want to close off to the players, and people can vote on what area they want closed off, or like what player deserves like an item right now.
See, that's like a unique experience in the game, because that's like you have the players, but then you have like this outside
force.
Yeah, and none of you guys have control over that, and it adds this like randomness and like excitement of like, what the fuck are they gonna do?
And you have to have stuff like that, because if people are trying to turn Battle Royale into a spectator event, and I feel like it's one of the hardest things to turn into a spectator event, just because of the sheer amount of players.
How do you track all the players? You know, or what do you go to?
The only one that's done it successfully so far was Ninja's Vegas stream. Ninja held a Vegas event. That was very interesting. Basically, they had a bunch of pro players there too, and they had 100 rigs set up that were all being like monitored, so casters could switch to that person if like Ninja died or someone was on a streak. But the way they set it up was like there wasn't 100 pro players that I could get to come play, so they opened it up to the audience. We're like, okay, $75 entry. If you kill Ninja, you get $2,500. If you win, you get $2,500.
Okay.
That'd be kind of that'd be kind of cool if like, I mean, like it's 100 people, but like as people die, more people could come in. So it's just like a how long can you survive type of thing. Or maybe it's stupid. Wait, I got it.
Okay.
Battle Royale, but it's Undertale.
How many friends can you make?
How many friends can you betray? Dude, I don't understand how some people are approaching Fortnite though, because there's a college that has like a pro Fortnite team now.
Fuck off.
And okay, like pro Overwatch team, I get it. Pro CS:GO team, I get it. A lot of these games, I get like having a fighting game league that you have like a bunch of pro. Putting that, I don't get how you play Fortnite at like a college professional level, and it's like. Do you all watch the team play in big battle royales against other? I don't know. That's weird to me, and I don't think that's how the game should be approached.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's especially like going to college for Fortnite. It's like the game's not finished. We haven't had it for more than a year. You are really banking on this right now.
Plus, if it's the same like college scholarship that I think we're talking about. Someone looked up how much it actually gives you, and it doesn't even cover like a tenth of the tuition. Apparently,
this seems like a trap to get kids to pay for college, which I don't know. That's kind. I mean, I guess go to school, but like that's kind of evil to do to people. I feel like.
All right,
that's enough battle royale.
Yeah, that's enough for today.
Halo is gonna have a battle royale mode. The new Halo will have a battle royale.
Get the fuck out! Get out of here! Get out of my house!
I will eat your dick. I'll eat it.
The only way I could see Halo's battle royale being good is if they make the battle royale map editable in Forge.
The only way Halo 6 is going to be good if they give Cortana big titties. And they were out.
What happened to split screen play?
That too.
Mario Kart.
Mario Kart still has split screen. Mario Kart split screen.
Mario Kart.
Mario Kart. What's next on the agenda?
Steam machines left the Steam store, and people were mad for a second, but they came back.
Now, I didn't know people cared about Steam machines.
Neither did I.
You can build your own.
I've only seen one.
Great.
I've only seen one in real life, and he said he hated it because you couldn't upgrade it. So it's like, why didn't you just buy a fucking computer? And the Steam controller, like conceptually it makes sense.
Yeah.
The gyroscopes and like the trackpad and like having it customizable, it does not work in every game, and it's such a hassle to set up for every game. It's like I hate I want to play video games. I sit down, I gotta set up my controls for almost every video game. Like some games, like they kind of work hand in hand, but almost everything got. And there's like different trackpad modes. It's like, do you want where you slide the finger off and it keeps scrolling until you stop it, or like specific controls, or then you got gyroscope controls, and you can switch it between mouse and joystick and trackball mode, and there's 3 different versions of all of those, and it's like a lot. It's like too much to ask me to do.
I liked it for like the first 2 weeks I had it, and then when I tried to like I realized it can only be implemented in just very specific games.
Yeah, it's not for everything.
Yeah.
It's
I thought I love playing game I would say I'm more of a PC gamer, but I like the feeling of playing on a fucking couch or playing in my bed with like controller in hand. Like there are games on PC that I wished I could do that with, like fucking like Cities and Skylines. The game is mostly left clicking. Like you don't have to use any of the hotkeys in that fucking city builder.
See, that would work for the Steam controller.
And so like that's what I liked with the Steam controller, is like I could actually play that game chilling, because that's the game I want to play. But like it just violently didn't work with like some games I wanted it to work with. Like,
the only game I used it for, and I'm not trying to be a troll or anything, was literally Undertale, because I had to beat that boss.
Oh yeah,
and I couldn't do it on the keyboard, so I had some help with the Steam controller. I beat it, and then never used it again.
You have one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I have one too.
I had one. I got rid of mine.
What? I don't know what to do with it. Do they even sell those anymore?
I'm not sure. They're saying that, they aren't flying off the shelves, but they're still striving to make Linux like a good place for gaming.
Like a viable... hey, at least someone's trying.
Yeah.
Because for years, no one did.
Here's the thing, though. They kind of... I don't know what the word I'm looking for is, but they came out with the Steam Link, which streams the game from your PC to your TV. Mm-hmm. So it's like, why would you just...
They don't work that well, from what I've heard.
And you can Steam Link... Like, because if I have my laptop on, it tries to stream from my computer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, it's possible to do that without the Steam Link.
They had a lot of good ideas that just didn't work out. You know?
You know what doesn't help with the Steam machine? That there's like 15, 20 different kinds.
Yeah.
And they're all from different companies.
Because, like, I remember, exactly. Different companies trying to, like get on this train. Like
Alienware and Valve making one, that makes sense. And then you got all these weird companies that I don't even really know that well. I'm sure people who care about computer parts a lot are familiar with some of them, but like I don't know who to trust. And they all seem like they have similar specs, but not really. And and it's like, if I can't upgrade it, and Valve, you sell PC games, everything moves forward consistently. So why the fuck would you not let us upgrade it? Because after a year or two, it's you're stuck playing the games you played on it that year.
Here's a concept: buy a PC with lower end stuff and just upgrade it.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing for years. I've just been upgrading the same base. I buy a computer in like 8th, 9th grade, and I've just been adding to it ever since.
Just hook it up to your TV, get a long ass HDMI cable. Get a gamepad. Pretty much the same experience. Maybe you get like a thing you put on your lap, and you put your keyboard and your mouse. That kind of thing.
Okay.
I can't do the lap setup.
No, that's... I don't know why
it's
mentally
too low.
It's like too low. It's weird for me. It doesn't... It makes sense, but like it doesn't work for me.
I like having my arms up, like...
Yeah, and kind of having like... I don't know, because I'm thinking about just having my arms in my lap and like aiming and just... I don't know.
Why hasn't someone made a tall table for your lap then?
I think you just did.
I'm deleting this part of the podcast. I'm going to make some money.
I don't know why that reminded me of it, but did I ever tell you the story when my dad worked at Bill Gates' house?
What?
So my dad does like basically like high profile lifting. Like they're a rigging company that like moves like giant pieces of things. Like they move bridges to other states and stuff that are being built and move like gigantic shit. Huh. So he was They got a
guess you
commission
need those.
from Bill Gates to put like these new, I don't know if it was 3D printers or like something, but they were fucking huge ass machines in his like secondary house, like along the. So we went to his main house. My dad went to his main house to case the place, and they had to have him sign this like literally fucking page book rule book, and he told me there was one rule on there that threw him off so hard because it was the first rule, the number one rule. Like, when you enter the Gates estate, this is the rule you follow. And it was, you cannot jump on Mr. Gates's trampoline. The number one rule. And my dad was like, what the fuck? As he was walking and reading it. And as he walks by a room that is literally just a trampoline, an Olympic-sized, like, pool trampoline, like, dedicated to this one room.
Wow.
That's fucked up that, like, he just teases you like that. Jesus.
You can't jump on it.
Rule number 1, you can't say the N-word.
And then, my dad also, he never met Bill Gates, but my dad did meet Gabe Newell.
Oh, okay.
That's cool.
He got that one. They were putting 3D printers in his like man cave, and he got to meet and talk to him, which was cool.
Was he powerful?
My dad just said he was like a normal dude to talk to. Well, not like he said he. I don't know how he explained it. He said he was kind of awkward to talk to.
Yeah, he seems like an awkward dude.
But apart from that, it was just a dude who wanted some 3D printers in his man cave.
All right, yeah, I mean...
That seems
shit.
like a Gabe Newell type of thing.
I don't know what he's doing with them, but, yeah, you know.
He's printing a wife.
Not making video games. Oh, shit.
How come no one's printed a wife yet?
I think some of those neighbors in Japan
Yeah.
have been doing that shit and he's not telling you.
Do they have like 3D printed material that I can fuck yet? Like that's not hard.
I don't know.
Like do they have
like the next
Can you
thing.
like 3D print synthetic flesh?
or like some silicone? Like I think the next step is 3D printed silicone, and then everyone's just gonna print their own.
See, some doctor is going to come up with the ability to, like, for burn victims to 3D print, like, synthetic flesh, and people are just going to go fucking nuts with it.
That I think they're already close to that is the thing. I think they're pretty. I think I read something about that, and I'm like,
because I know they do that, but it's not really accessible to everyone.
no, that's like a thing you have to go with nigga who knows a nigga, you know.
Just print me a new cock. We're going to have people... Oh my god, I didn't even think about this. Think of a future where people are printing, like, bigger dicks to hide their smaller dicks.
I want to tattoo
already
my dick
happens.
on my dick with a bigger dick.
I remember when I was in this hotel with this one dude, and I was pretending to be asleep just because that's something I fucking do when I wake up.
I thought you were gonna say I was pretending to be a slave.
No, sometimes I just wake up early and I just like I don't want to fucking be up right now.
You just don't want to interact with people.
Yeah, like I don't want to be.
Yeah, I do that
around.
all the time.
And I want to be clear, I don't like this guy, so just finding this out was fucking beautiful. He's kind of a womanizer. I fucking hate this dude. But so I'm just sitting there and he's like talking bullshit, and then just like I for some reason I decide to crack my eyes open just to see what's going on, and this dude digs right into his underwear and pulls out like the biggest cock stuffer I've ever seen.
Oh no.
And I'm just
I didn't know how shit niggas really did. Like I thought that was.
I did not think there was like people who did this.
Like,
What if like he reached in and like he just pulled out like a full jar of pickles?
that just reminds me of that kid from who like I saw him at this. Oh yeah, you can, might have to censor that one out. That kid at our school who like me and Roman saw him at the school dance. We had never seen him before, and he's just wearing a do-rag with baggiest pants, and he just pulls a like bag of Pop-Tarts out of his ass, like not from his back pockets, but from like
like in his pants.
like in his pants, reach out for them, and I never forgot.
Y'all want some Pop-Tarts? Let me reach up into my anus.
I remember one time, the only time I went to it, like, senior year, I decided to be more active in the school, I don't know why, the school, like, community and the school events. So I went to, it was the only time I went to homecoming. Mm-hmm. I'll never forget it because I walk in and the first thing I see is a horrifically fucked up Jordan.
Oh,
and
no.
He just walks up to me, he's like, man, dude, I love how you fucking look. You look like the spitting image of Hitler right now.
Was he off the Xan?
The only way I could follow, I loved it. The only way I could follow it up is I was like, man, that's a real compliment coming from the spitting image of James Holmes.
Dude, okay. There's a story about Jordan. I don't know if it's true or not, but it's just from me piecing things together from paying attention to South by Southwest one year. So, like...
Oh, fuck. Is it
I don't
the
know
one
who you're
where-
talking about, by the way.
Is a kid who went to our school.
He was a good friend of mine. He's doing better now.
He always
but
took pictures and stuff around the school. And
He's
he was
doing-
like, he wore Supreme all the time.
He's doing better now, but man...
So tell me,
Man,
was
yeah,
he
because
in-
there's so many
man,
white
was he in a
kids.
rough
You're right.
spot.
But, so he went to South by Southwest a couple years ago, right? And I remember him tweeting, because he got fucked up off the Xans, got drunk. And I remember him posting about the story about getting in a, like a scuffle at a gas station, right? Now, this is around the same time I started listening to Triple X before he had blown up, XXXTentacion.
Oh,
And he
you have a knack for that, by the way.
he posted, yes, I do. I should be an A&R.
You showed me a little Yachty before.
Like anything.
Yeah.
Like you were just like, what is this? And now he's like a household name.
I know.
But
Yeah, go ahead.
X posts about slapping the fuck out of some drunk nigga at a gas station at South by Southwest. And in my head, I'm like, oh my god, this nigga Jordan got slapped by X and he probably doesn't even remember. And that's just like the funniest thing to me, but also scary to me that he was that fucked up off Xans. Do you remember like the pictures he was posting of him just on the airport floor, not able to get up? He's like, am I in North Dakota?
No,
South
I
by
was
Southwest is
just
in
about-
Texas.
I was just about to say that. The one thing I remember about was his friend fucking videoing him, asking him where he is. And he's like, dude, where are you right now? I was like, I don't fucking know, North Dakota. And I was just like, oh my God.
Oh, and he broke him. He's like taking pictures for a show and he broke one of the monitors on stage.
Oh no.
I've never done that. And I've like kicked monitors. I have like, there have been times where I should have broken shit in the venue. I didn't, you know?
Yeah.
And I feel bad, but I didn't break anything, so it's okay. I have put holes in venue walls before, but I fixed one of them.
At least you fixed it.
The other ones, I just walked away.
You just walk out of the venue.
Just walk away.
Like when you spin kick a bitch and put her in the hospital, you just run out.
Dude, I in New York, they be hate moshing on girls, and it's okay, and that's weird to me. I saw a girl get flipped over our merch table, and nobody helped her.
Jesus.
Except us. Because she knocked over our merch, but still.
We're not helping you, we're just getting you out of the way.
We folded these nicely.
You're like blaming the girl. Why you have to flip over our shit, knock all our shit over?
But see, here's the thing is, if I was actually mad at the girl and I did make that, everyone would be like, yeah, why'd you do that?
As somebody suplexing her onto the table.
As a giant black dude just fucking like right into her.
Jake, did you catch that suplex in God of War?
Oh my God, yeah, the fucking German suplex.
Yeah.
Yes.
Spoilers.
Is there good suplexes in that game?
There's a good
a single
suplex.
good suplex, and it's like impactful.
Okay, that is worth it for me to play through the whole game.
I can't believe they put Conor McGregor in God of War.
Let's get back to news.
Oh, we doing news?
Yeah. Okay, Grand Theft Auto 5 is apparently the most profitable entertainment product of all time. And like that encompasses all of entertainment. Movies, whatever.
That makes sense to me.
It made
Yeah, I can see that.
It made $6 billion so far and counting. And there's apparently 90 million copies sold. Which, if you think about, it came out on PS3, Xbox, 360, PS4. Did it come out for Xbox One? I don't-
Yeah, they just released it for both.
They released them, yeah, PS4, Xbox One.
And then PC.
Mm-hmm.
And then they have their online shit with the shark cards and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So
The game is still $60 too.
The
by
game
the way.
has never, the game has never dropped price once,
Yeah.
apart from sales. Like the game is not natively dropped a native price.
I
Like,
don't know any games.
that have done that.
Nintendo games.
That's different though because they stopped printing those after a while and they just go up in price.
Nintendo games keep
True.
their value more
True.
so because of that.
There are
like,
infinite copies of GTA 5.
Yeah.
Not literally, but pretty much. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like, plus I can download it. It's not like there's a finite. So yeah, there are literally infinite copies of the game,
Mm-hmm.
but it's just, I don't know. It makes sense how much money it made. It's just crazy it lasted this long, and also there's no DLC like for the story yet.
Not for
Yeah.
the story, but the online stuff. They're still doing
I don't think
different
they-
events.
I don't
thing-
think they thought GTA Online would be that big.
I want to hear the figures of GTA Online by itself.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
like, as much as I love love the fact that that game has been the online portion has been continually supported, getting updates and content boosts. Like, the one thing that's a troublesome is you can't play any of that content unless you know someone who has bought into the content or you buy into the content. And we're not talking $10, $20 shark cards. We're talking $50, $60, $80 worth of in-game currency to get you to the point. Not even not get you the content, get you to the point of getting the content.
Yeah.
See, because I played GTA Online a bit, but I didn't get that deep into it, so I
couldn't
didn't know how far.
I just fucking ramming, driving on the sidewalk. That's all I care about. In that
Yeah, I
game.
mean, honestly.
I like ramming my dick in sluts.
I don't know. If I go on GTA Online, I just want to cause a ruckus. I don't really care about story. Make some money.
Exactly. I just like walking down the sidewalk and just molly-whopping a dude who's just not undeserving.
GTA 6, you should be able to nut
Just on command.
on command.
Like how there's a piss button in
Yeah.
Postal 2.
You just nut.
Having a dedicated piss button is definitely an important gaming
We need a
moment.
dedicated nut button. This
That's
is
the
the
next
next
step.
level of gaming.
That's real representation.
Has there ever been nut? Has someone
Honestly,
has someone ever blasted rope in a video game before?
no, I don't think so.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't think that is a point we have reached yet. I think that is still an adults only territory.
We put dicks, ass, titties in the game. Why not nut? Piss.
I'm trying to think if there was ever a nut joke in a video game where off screen someone nuts and then hits them in the face in a movie. But
So fucked up.
I'm trying to think of any video game, any major game that's ever had a there's not even, I can't even think of a video game that's implied that someone is jacking off on screen or off screen.
I
That's what I'm talking about. man.
they have fucking, but they don't show you actually coming. It's kind of like movie fucking. You know what I mean? It's yeah, it's implied you both finish. You know?
They don't show it.
The farthest I think I could ever think of is games that have the jack off emote. That's as far as I can think it goes, but I don't think I've ever not even Grand Theft Auto doesn't have a moment where you kick down the door and someone's just jacking himself.
Isn't there a scene where fuck, what's the bald dude's name?
Trevor.
Trevor?
Yeah, Trevor. I think there's a scene where he's jacking off.
Is there?
But it's someone walks in, he's or maybe he was just naked. I don't know. I haven't played the story since it came out on 360, so it's been a minute. But I think that's about the closest we've gotten. But he didn't nut.
No.
He
No,
did
no
not
nut.
come. He did not climax, and that is, kids. Everyone listening, I need you to find me someone nutting in a video game.
Careful what you wish for.
Not a porn game either, because that's obvious.
Yeah,
but
that's too.
a mainstream
not even mainstream.
Okay.
even indie.
M or below. I'm guessing.
Yeah, M or below.
M or below. Any game that's had jacking off or implied,
As long as it's rated by the ESRB, you know. Because on
or
PC
any
you can just
game
release a game.
that's referenced nut in
Yeah.
any way.
I need
Why
a
do I feel
list
like
of
it'd be
it.
the CSI games?
You know, you're not wrong.
You're not wrong.
You're definitely not wrong, actually.
Mission: analyze the semen.
You're probably right, actually.
I want a Trauma Center game that's just all about nuts.
Oh, I accidentally unplugged my headphones.
Oh, you bitch.
I always be doing that.
You always be doing that. Someone does that at least once every session.
I mean, I always do that when like I'm recording Crime Wave 2 here, so.
All right. Enough about nut. Enough about leftover wank.
Chris Chan saves his own nut. All right, now we can move on.
Should I cut that out? I don't
No.
know if I should.
No, but you can cut out that Chris Chan's offering $200 for a BJ. Have you seen that?
What?
If you donate Chris Chan $200, he'll suck you off.
That's pretty cheap.
I know.
That's like paying Beyonce for some pussy.
My question is, who the fuck did it? Because you know someone did it. Who the fuck paid Chris Chan to have the story of Chris Chan sucked me off?
Remember how hard he was like, I'm not gay?
Yes, I do remember that.
All right, this is gonna turn into a Chris Chan podcast if you don't stop me. I
All
was,
right,
I was
guys,
watching
that's
his
enough.
I was watching his documentary the other day. So
Stop! Enough! No more!
Julie.
Sea of Thieves is getting an update eventually.
That's another game I don't understand.
Yeah,
I
was hype at it right at the beginning, and then when I watched people playing it, I was like, man, there's a...
You got No Man's Sky.
Yeah, I was like, man, this is surprisingly familiar.
Yeah.
Except the thing is that Sea of Thieves is automatically more fun because you get to explore nothing with your friends.
Yes.
Like
if we got to explore space with friends, that might have made it more interesting.
That probably would have saved No
it
Man's
would have
Sky,
saved
though.
the game. I guarantee you it would have saved the game.
So here's what they're saying, very, very vaguely, by the way.
No, no.
You might get a new ship.
Might.
Ooh,
Or-
might.
I don't know
Maybe.
if I think you actually are getting a new ship.
Okay.
I just threw that in because my brain doesn't like me sometimes. New ship, new maps, and whatever else. They might be teasing new event, new rewards, challenges.
That sounds like things games should just have.
Yeah, I know, right?
This is like, it's weird how now it's like you release a game and then they release like bullet points that would be on the back of the box,
Exactly.
like through a year.
Yeah.
Where back in the day, it's like you had to put that all in there, and then a year later you do DLC or something, you know?
Back way in the day, they just put it all in the game.
Yeah. I think it really all started like getting bad when like Capcom released Tekken X Cross Street Fighter, and then before they even announced DLC, people were like, "Hey, so there's characters on the disc that you just locked away."
So dumb.
And like they were done, they were finished, they were programmed, and they made you pay money for them. And it's like, it's not DLC.
The wave of on-disc DLC was fucking crazy.
Like I thought, like that was bad enough. I didn't think it would get worse, but like lo and behold, we let them get away with it for so long.
Because, like, we can't do anything about it.
Literally,
We
yes,
can complain.
yes, we can. You don't buy the game and you stop playing it.
Those people are going to buy the game anyway.
We need you to stop buying the game.
Remember the 80-15-5 rule?
1855. Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah.
I'm not saying that's... Whatever.
It's just I don't know. I guess I feel like people keep saying like we need to stop buying these games, and I was like, yeah, we're not gonna let this happen again. And then we let Star Wars Battlefront happen, or whatever the fuck.
People still bought that game.
People bought the fuck out of it, and they're still
People still
complaining
bought
about
No
it. but
Man's Sky.
and they're still playing it, and they're complaining. You know, it's like stop playing. If you stop playing, then they'll be like, well, fuck, we gotta fix this because no one's playing our game. You know, even if you bought it, if you stop playing, they stop making money.
Battleborn.
I keep seeing Battleborn for like $5 in like bargain bins.
That's all it's worth.
I also have a key for Battleborn that I have not
Good, never use
opened.
it. You won't find any multiplayer. You can play the single player, it's not fun.
You know what we do? I got it. You get a community of people, like-minded people.
Undertale fan.
Each one of them buys one or two shares of the company, just like one or two.
It always comes back to like stocks.
And then, which is like fair, I would guess, if you're buying like one share of something fairly cheap, you get enough people to combine all of that together to then like have a word in the company.
I mean, that's smart. That is smart. Is that legal though?
I don't know.
I don't know if that's legal or not, is my only thing. I don't know how stocks exactly work. And I'm like, I don't know. Because imagine, because if it was just like, oh, if I just get like 200 niggas together, I'm going to own Apple. You know what I mean? If I just get enough niggas together to all agree and put our money in, we can have a stake in Apple. And then at that point, it's like, well, now I have 1,000 people that I have to appease. So now it's like 1,000 people talking to one person to talk to 100 people at a company.
It's by 51% of EA.
The magic number is 51.
Exactly, because you own the majority.
Yeah.
And but then it's like, what if you all don't agree on everything? And you vote on something maybe? Or maybe you pick a representative, but there's still disagreement. People just share the shit or sell the shit that they own, and then you don't have as much. They just dump it.
I don't understand how stocks work.
Neither do I.
Have you ever smoked some Reggie that smells like a skunk?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In Chicago, actually. Oh, speaking of Chicago, when I landed there and I got picked up by my Uber driver, he took me to the hood to buy weed.
Nice. Was that an option on the app? Like the Chicago version of the app? Like, hey,
we can go to O Block, pick up some gas.
O Block.
No, literally, like, it was so weird because I was in like a nice part of town, and then he took me to like a 2012 Chief Keef music video, and like he yells out the window, like, "Hey, 50!" And then the child walks in, and then a different child walks out with like a gold bag of weed, and then an old head is yelling at him, and I can't understand him.
It's like a rare item.
I never bought weed like that. You know what I mean? Especially now that we have stores. I don't have to buy weed on the street anymore.
Okay,
either.
I want to start this business, and I might do it, but I don't know anything about weed. Has there ever been a drive-through weed store?
No, I don't think.
That's my idea.
We don't have that yet.
That's what I'm saying.
They're still weird on deliveries, and like a big thing is like have you noticed in dispensaries like all the windows are like blacked out? You know what I mean?
Yes.
They have like weird rules on it.
I think it's the same reason why we don't have like a liquor drive-through.
We do.
We do?
I've seen those in Ohio or Idaho.
Oh, well, shit.
I went through a drive-through liquor store. We drove. It looked like a fucking car wash, but there's just like beer like down the
They're just
walls.
smashing bottles on.
But it was just like you would go in and then you would just kind of say what you want. They would go grab it and then you drive out. And
See, I want to do something similar, but with like just drinks.
Oh, with just drinks?
Like, hey, like you need a Coke or something. You don't have to walk into 7-Eleven. Just drive up, like, hey, I need a Coke. We get you the Coke.
That they do have some convenience stores like that, but they're really small and they have like only like it's usually just like tobacco products.
Yeah.
Like yeah. So honestly, you might be onto something. You're onto something.
You need to have it set up like old school banks where it's like a pneumatic tube. So it's like they punch in the order and then just and this weed just gets delivered to you pneumatically.
Yeah, it's like you can't see like inside.
Exactly.
You just like order it from a touch screen.
Honestly, I feel like that would be like
It'd be fucking amazing.
but then it's like you have to check IDs, and then it's like, what if kids just walk up and they just go buy weed without talking? I don't know.
I think you
have to send your ID.
You send your ID through the pneumatic
Okay,
tube.
yeah.
Yeah.
They give you your ID on the weed
They
bag.
have to have a camera on it, so you're not just sending up a random ID too.
Yeah. That'd be yeah. That's a good idea.
See, we're already thinking through the logistics of
I'm
this.
cutting this part out so we can actually do it.
Speaking of banks, do you remember that guy who used
Speaking of
GameStop
banks.
as a bank?
Yes. Yes, I do.
And he would just like pre-order a bunch of games
Man
And
was
then-
a genius.
and then just take money out when he needed it and just cancel the pre-order and get the money back. And there's nothing illegal about that, I don't think, technically.
That man was living in the future.
Because like it's implied, yes, he's hoarding money, but he's doing it in a legal way.
Well, yeah, I don't know, man. Gamers, we come up with some crazy shit sometimes.
Matt,
Speaking of game, new game theory. Mario's a
didn't you have a video like Mario's a communist?
yeah.
Mario was also clinically insane. Was another one.
Mario's abusive to his brother.
That was one too.
Speaking of gamers, Billy Mitchell, the guy from that movie King of Kong,
Oh, he got his shit
the asshole,
yeeted.
he got removed from Twin Galaxies.
Yo, but he's still walking around taking pictures and stuff like he's still that nigga.
Yeah,
Did he get take off Twin Galaxies for Donkey Kong or for
Everything.
everything?
He's banned.
he's not Perfect Pac-Man anymore.
Fuck, 'cause I was about to say, I was like,
He was like he
The what-
won an award for being like video game player of like the millennium or some shit like 20 years ago.
Yeah, Twin Galaxies did a bunch of investigations into his Donkey Kong shit, and they were like, well, we're not sure if this is MAME, because like MAME is
Emulator.
Yeah.
emulator for
yeah.
like arcade shit. We're not sure if it's MAME, but it's definitely not a real Donkey Kong official cabinet.
yeah, because like the way they determine it is like in the original board, if you slow it down enough, the way the game draws lines is from like top to bottom, and when they slowed his down, it drew lines from right to left instead.
There was just like a lot of things that just stuck out.
Because like when the other guy in King of Kong, Steve Wiebe,
yeah, the actual
the
real
good one.
winner, the good guy.
he beat his score, and then mysteriously, fucking Billy sent in just tapes
That he just had.
that he just had, and he's like, "Oh, I beat it."
I remember that, and then the King of Kong. Like that's a good movie, by the way.
Which
It is.
like it's fucked up because it's like isn't that against the rules?
Yeah, the dude worked fucking super. I remember like seeing Steve Wiebe, like he had the special like dry erase markers so he could draw like patterns that he could see in the game on the game, so he could like figure it out like mathematically how to like get the most points out of something.
Yeah.
And he does it live in front of everyone to prove that he's doing it. And the second he beats it, was Billy Mitchell dude just mail a fucking tape like.
And Billy's always been like really fishy about it.
Yeah.
When they
He's
were
so
like,
far
"Hey,
up his own ass.
could you play in front of us just to see? You don't have to get the high score." He's like, no, I don't want to. And I get it if it's like, well, maybe he hasn't played in many years, but there's still something there.
But like, and he would play sometimes, but there was always like weird, like, kind of specific rules he would set up.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
The
Fox
weird
only,
thing, like,
no items.
The weird thing about him is like he's not bad at games. Like
No.
Yeah, like
he in himself is a skilled video game player, but he like just couldn't have it the way it was. Like
okay, like you remember we were in the car earlier and I was talking about how people buy fake followers to have this sort of like, well, I'm big and I'm good, but I need to like make it look better.
Yeah.
Even though I have so much already, I have to make it look like more. And I feel like that's kind of what happened with him. It's like, yeah, he's good, but he has to keep doing good forever in everything and has to always have something to show that he's the best.
Because he's trying to sell hot sauce.
Does he?
I think it's hot sauce.
I think
Oh,
it's
what the
hot
fuck?
sauce or something.
No, but like he just like got caught up, and you know I mean, all your lies are gonna fall apart eventually. You know, especially with the internet now and everyone's analyzing shit. Because like when he started playing games, like none of this shit existed. You know,
Yeah.
like there was no frame by frames. There was no like replays. You couldn't just capture footage on a whim. That was like you had to set up like a whole thing to capture like a arcade cabinet. You know.
Yeah.
So it's like he's like, all right, well, shit, I'm gonna just coast this, and then the internet came, and you know,
Now you fucked up.
Now you fucked up. Yeah, it's like Todd Rogers, the same shit with him, like the guy who had the Atari
Oh, I
Dragster
fucking hate that guy.
Yeah.
score, and it's like, well, there was one picture where he like had photoshopped his score,
Mm-hmm.
and then like at the time he got the record, it's like, well, he only sent in a picture of like a Polaroid of his screen, which they magically don't have anymore. that they sent in, that he sent in to Atari or whoever the company doing the magazine watches. Is like, you would think for a record like this they would keep that.
Yeah.
And there's so many holes in it, and he can't do it again. And they've like had robots and different like machines try to rebuild it.
Exactly. No,
Yeah.
they've emulated the game and ran it so many times. They've come up with the fact that it is humanly impossible to get the time that he got. Like, there is actually no way to recreate it.
Yeah, and it's just like, I'm surprised it took this long, but like, because there's videos of him like trying to play it, and
And he
he's
doesn't
not
even get good times.
Yeah,
like,
he's not. He's like, I fucking.
He'll blame the controller. Like,
Yeah.
Oh.
There's also, speaking of like this whole like finding shit out, like there's been a couple speed runs that people have found out were fake. Like they spliced together different parts of the run to. And it's
Spliced
like,
runs.
It's actually them playing, but it's like different parts from different runs that they're putting together to make a record. And like people are finding like gaps in the frames that are off because like when it loads,
Or button inputs on their controller cam doesn't match up to the button inputs in the game.
yeah, and they're like analyzing the audio and it like cuts at some points when it should have been like smooth. Like it's something a little bit different, and like people are just like taking a magnifying glass to shit and be like,
Like even like there are records that were like monumental to the speedrunning scene that are getting exposed lately,
yeah.
which is crazy. And it's like, damn. Imagine this. It's like 2005. I'm 17. I'm playing Mario Sunshine. You know what? I just spliced together this like little run, you know?
Yeah.
And then now, like 15 years later, I'm getting exposed on the internet by like teenagers for cheating. And like maybe I don't even care anymore. But it's like, damn man, you just been living this lie for years.
Yeah. Which I mean, how do you deal with yourself, you know?
Especially
It can't feel good.
Especially if like you're going to events and like you're doing like taking pictures or you're like an icon, you know? It's one thing where if someone faked a record 20, 15 years ago and then they kind of fell off the face of the internet, they just did that, you know?
Yeah.
They're just living their life. It's like, yeah, that was shitty, but like whatever. But if you're like living off of that,
Billy Mitchell, Todd Rogers, all them boys, it's like, what the fuck are you doing with your life, bro? It's weird because I've heard stories of Billy Mitchell being a genuinely nice guy, like to people when they are like going up and like, hey, can I take a picture, or like just talking to him or whatever.
Because probably if he was mean,
That's what he wants.
if he was mean, then it'd be like, this guy is hiding, you know? Because it's like, you don't expect like the nicest guy to be like a piece of shit. You know what I mean? You know, because people will be like, he's such a nice guy. How could he lie to us? He wouldn't do that.
And the thing is, it's like he
knows that.
He wanted that recognition too. Like he was cheating for the fact to get that recognition. So it's like, I don't think that's why he doesn't feel like he's I wouldn't say like on a community, like on a person-to-person standpoint, he's not going to act like he's above someone when he wanted that feeling. Like, and he wanted that feeling of people like his attention. Like,
I thought you were about to say something else. And
yeah, that was it.
Oh,
you ended it like you're gonna say something else. That's why I was like, what is it? Spit it out.
What's
okay,
next?
so Serious Sam 4 was announced.
Oh, was it?
Really?
Yeah, it's called
Cool.
Serious Sam 4 Planet Badass.
Of course.
And there's already a Steam page up for it. On
Really?
guess what? Steam.
Green light?
No.
Oh, okay, good. Good.
They're gonna show it at E3.
Oh,
apparently.
okay. It's just like an announcement.
And on the Steam page it says, oh, you know, cool levels, you know, gameplay you expect from a Serious Sam games, and not a single desert level.
Holy fuck.
That's literally like on the page.
I still haven't played through a whole Serious Sam game, but they're pretty fun. Like the parts I played, they just remind me of Duke Nukem, but like a little more modern.
Cuck fuck 'em.
I played 2 a lot, and then what I liked about 3 is like they had, I think it was like 8 to 16 people co-op, where you could play the campaign. Which is like
really?
You could play the full campaign with just like a lobby of people.
That's pretty cool.
Damn.
And they had skins in the campaign too. Which I was like, why wouldn't you do that? Like, fuck, why not?
They still have those headless screaming men. They showed it. They have a trailer up too.
Oh, good.
And
The screaming guys are the best.
I can't even do that scream, but I just love how they extended it. It's so perfect. Like it loops so good.
it doesn't look good, actually, if you really listen. It's like, I
mean, it loops good in a funny way.
yeah. It's still great. So yeah, expect that. Maybe at E3, I'm not sure. So, some Japanese guy named, and I'm sorry if I butcher this, Kentaro Yoshifuji.
Sounds right.
Created a Nintendo Labo powered wheelchair. And it's, they use the motorcycle thing.
Mm-hmm.
And like, in the video, the dude is just sitting there, and then he just goes, just like, it goes pretty fast, honestly. I was kind of impressed.
So, it's powered by the Switch?
It's not there was a little bit going on, like, I can't even think of the word.
Behind the scenes?
Yeah, it wasn't just the Switch, but like the Labo could control it, which is impressive.
So,
because I think it was just a regular electric wheelchair, but it was modified with the Labo.
So he built the wheelchair out of Labo pieces? Like, I still don't really get Labo, like...
So, you know, the wheelchair was an electric wheelchair, right?
Uh-huh.
You know how in normal ones they have like a thing on the side where it's like, oh, I want to go forward, I press it forward. It's like a little joystick.
Yeah.
Yes.
So instead of the joystick, they have the motorcycle Labo. Do you know what that looks like?
The little thing.
I think so. Yeah.
It's like a little thing you press against your body, and you can like steer.
Okay.
And it has a thing on the side where you do it like a motorcycle, like how you would accelerate a motorcycle. So he controls the wheelchair with turning the motorcycle and like revving the engine.
Okay.
You know.
Okay.
I don't know, like Labo as a concept is really cool because you can get very creative, and everyone's calling it a failure because they didn't sell all of it, but it's like this is for a very specific kind of person, and I think they know that, and I think that's okay.
I really wish that sniper rifle picture that was circulating was real.
You know, this is just the first wave of Labo, you know.
That's the thing. That's the thing too. It's like, I don't know. Everyone is just always so ready to just say Nintendo failed because they tried something new. And even if it does all right, they'll be like, well, you fucked up. Now you got to shut down the whole company. Yeah, fucking idiots.
They have so much money in reserve because they've been around since the 1800s.
They could not make games for 30 years and be fine.
Yeah, no.
They could do nothing for 30 years and be...
Like, if they started when they started doing video games... And they went through the whole Wii U thing. Like, they'd be in trouble at this point before the Switch came out. Yeah, that's the end of that thought.
I don't know. I don't understand why everyone wants Nintendo to, like, suffer so bad. I feel like...
I know. It's just... They're being different. They're just trying to have fun.
I think...
And that's the other thing, because everyone complains about video games are all the same. But fuck all that gay new shit that you're trying. But please, like, give me new shit.
And it's like Nintendo literally saved video games. Like, how could you disrespect
multiple times? I feel like
I feel like when you see someone,
go ahead. Sorry.
When you see someone succeed consistently, I feel like you just get a primal want, or like a what if they fail, and that what if turns into I want them to fail. Like.
I get the what if. I do not get to the I want phase for most people, unless they're bad people.
Yeah, then like Nintendo's
never been. There's a lot of
bad
people in this
world. There's a lot of bad people. Nintendo isn't one of them. They lost their CEO. Like, why would I want more bad shit to happen to them?
They got a new president.
They did.
Yeah, I don't know what he's gonna do. CEO, whatever.
Yeah, well, same. I don't know how it's structured, but because what was cool was the guy who they had before was basically like, I feel like a younger person who has grown up more around video games in their life will do better for the company. And that is amazing that a CEO took that initiative, because most niggas would be like, you gonna have to kill me before I get out of this office. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they would let the company like suffer before they give up.
Yeah.
So honestly, like Nintendo is a company like, I don't know, like, they seem like they're like the best company in tech right now to their workers and the way they structure their shit. You know what I mean?
It's
Goku
very
and Smash
honorable.
Because most companies, you can tell, aren't.
I loved Satoru Iwata, man. Like,
We all
he was my hero. Like, one of my favorite things that he did was when the Wii U wasn't doing great, I think it was, or something wasn't selling right. He cut his paycheck in half so he could keep all the workers there.
Yeah.
And he was just like he was really fucking good at what he did. And he was really like hardworking. And he was like, he really like, when he saw a good thing, he was like, do it, you know? And he wasn't afraid to take risks.
He was good at making games too.
Yeah, like
Which is the thing a lot of CEOs don't do, is actually make games.
They don't get involved, but he was like, oh, I can help.
Yeah.
I can. He could write code so efficiently. That's how they put in Pokemon Gold and Silver. They put the original region from Red and Blue in that game
Because he helped.
because he almost single-handedly did that, and he also helped with the original Smash Brothers.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That wouldn't have been a thing without him.
Okay.
Yeah, and like his skills they're in more games than you think.
His presence is just always going to be there in video games, you know, in Nintendo games. And it's sad that he died, but I'm glad there's just so much that there's like, I will never forget him. He's always living on, you know.
Yeah, Did You Know Gaming did a video on him, and like every time I watch it, I cry. I'm like, damn, he was. I don't know. I just look up to him so much because he was, like I said, he was good at what he did. He's very honorable. He's very respected. Like everyone respected him, and he's a good human being. He's just a good man.
And everyone who works for Nintendo just seems like good people, like
Yeah.
Miyamoto and Reggie, and even like people like Bill Trinan, like Miyamoto's like translator dude.
Yeah.
He seems like a fucking cool dude, and I like love seeing him on camera saying things. Like I don't know, as a company, like I've only heard of like one bad person working for Nintendo ever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they fired her very quickly because
I think I know who you're talking about.
yeah, you know, yeah. But yeah, that's like the only time I've ever heard of that, and they got rid of her. So it's like, I don't know.
What do you guys think of Labo? I wanted to, because I personally, like, the more I look into it, the more I'm like, this might be cool, this might be fun.
It's not for me.
Yeah.
Not for me.
If I had younger siblings or a kid, I would definitely get it.
Here's my thing on it. Like, I think it would be really fun to, like, build it and, like, put it together. But, like, on the software side of it, I don't think I would get much out of it.
No.
And, like, some of the builds are, like, 2-3 hours.
Complex.
Like, literally 2-3 hours of... Like, the robot one, a minimum of 4 hours, I
Yeah.
think. 3 or 4 hours. I can't remember.
I haven't even seen gameplay of the robot game. I mostly just see the other stuff.
It's very shallow once you build it, because you spend all this time building it, and it's like, cool, you know, I can... What I do out here reflects in the game. It's kind of like almost like a virtual reality thing, but not. But the robot one seems like the lesser version. Like the variety kit seems more fun,
Variety.
I guess. Yeah, and like
I like that piano.
yeah, the piano. The thing that got me with the piano is like there's a mini recording studio in there, and I'm just like, that's my shit.
I've seen people make full songs in it too.
I know.
It's cool. So
I also like it's called Labo Garage or something, where you can like basically program very simple things, and like people are already doing like insane shit with it. Like someone made the old Game & Watch ball, you know, where you like juggle.
oh really?
Yeah. They cut out pieces of paper and like like shit's going on behind it, but it looks like the game. So I think there's potential in that. Now, would I pay $80 for the robot? No. Would I pay $70 for the variety kit? I don't know, because
I mean, at least with the variety kit, you're getting a variety. You're not locked into one thing.
Yeah. Because, like, after you build everything and then play with it for a little while, I don't think you really want to come back to those. But you might do the garage thing and try to make something cool. Mm-hmm. And
see, like,
I just don't see much, I guess, replay value in it.
There's replay value in it for people who are creatives.
Yeah, exactly.
And, like, I know we're creative people in, like, music. But, like,
that's like a different level.
That's a whole different level. Like, these are, like...
It's like engineering creative.
Yeah.
And I think it's cool for kids, too, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I think that's more of their target.
Kind of like how Minecraft came out. It's like, oh, you can teach kids how to code in Minecraft. You know what
exactly.
I mean? It's like, it's a good product for what it is. I don't think it's for everyone. I think people need to accept that just because it's not for you doesn't mean it doesn't get to exist. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it appeals to my childhood love for, like, Legos and shit and like, building shit.
It's like, I get it, but I don't think I'm gonna, like, get into it.
I saw someone in Minecraft build a computer with a 4-core processor with just redstone.
Oh yeah, I saw that too. Someone made like an Atari emulator. Like they coded the entire games in like Minecraft blocks.
I saw someone make like a smartphone and it could take Skype calls.
Yeah, I think that's the same guy who did the Atari emulator.
That's fucking ridiculous.
He's also the same guy who like invented like the credits warp skip in like Super Mario World.
Really?
And like a bunch of different like
oh shit.
And he's the guy who figured out how to code in Super Mario World. So all those like all those like task block things is because of him.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
He's a smart guy.
He's fucking way too smart.
And you're wasting your ability on video games. You idiot. No, you're cool. I don't know why you'd be listening to
I forget his name, but shout out to him. What else we got?
Our last story of the day, unless someone has something else. Capcom is releasing Mega Man cartridges for the NES and SNES. Mega Man 2 will be on the NES, and Mega Man X will be on the SNES. Mm-hmm. And they're going to cost $100 each, and they're going to have 8,500 of each. So they're like a limited thing. They did this with the Street Fighter, and they did like a red cartridge.
Yeah.
Expected to ship in September, and some people will get, you know, like how N64 had those clear colored plastic.
Yeah.
Some people will get the blue. That's another thing. The cartridges are blue.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
Some will get like a clear plastic blue on.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm trying to like look up how much like just the Mega Man X cartridge is.
Yeah.
On its own, just so I know what to compare it to.
I guess like, I don't think it's $100, but they're like reprinting old shit, and
I mean, I can.
It's more for collectors than anyone.
I'm like looking at a copy for $30 that comes with a case and artwork.
Yeah, that's another thing. They're including like a nice case and a detailed instruction manual.
I like the idea of it. I think it's just a little too expensive. Especially it's like, I mean, we both know how cheap it is to make cartridges at this point. We all know. Especially since we are far ahead of cartridge technology in video games, except Nintendo. But they put a lot in those little boys.
They do.
But it's like, it's not the 90s anymore. It's not gonna cost you that much to make 85,000. You could sell them for like a little cheaper than that, I feel like. Again, especially since they're reproductions.
Yeah, it's...
Sell them at the price you sold SNES games at.
Yeah. I was actually looking up, because I said like, games have been like $60 forever. Mm-hmm. And I was looking up like, what a game costs in the 80s and 90s. And, you know, it kind of depended, but it was like 30, 40, 50 sometimes. But if you count for inflation, you know, nowadays, it would come up to like $60 about it. Again, it depended.
Well, Atari and like fucking Coleco games used to be like $100+.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, games have always kind of been an investment, you know.
And the thing is, it's like they were $100+ back then before inflation was a thing. When you're getting like fucking 30 cents a paycheck, like.
Damn, I don't know. I get it's for collectors, but I feel like they are wringing them dry because they know they can. Yeah. And that's what I feel is wrong about it. It's like, yeah, they're for collectors. That's why we made them expensive.
They're also putting out a Mega Man X collection.
I might get that.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool. And they already did like the classic Mega Man collections. So it's like if you want more than one game, you could pay $60 or I don't even know if it's 60, it might be less.
Yeah, I think it's like 40 or 50.
Yeah. So it's like you could get this for this amount of money, which is cheaper than that. Or do you want that shit blue?
Crip.
If you're a real crip, you buy Mega Man X.
Oh fuck, did you see the Devil May Cry event is going on in Monster Hunter right now?
No. Oh. I saw like a Mega Man event, I think.
I missed the fucking Mega Man event. I'm pissed. They literally, you could get a Mega Man Palico, and it wasn't like the Palico and Mega Man armor. It was like 8-bit fucking Mega Man.
I saw
a 3D model.
I saw a video of like the 8-bit Mega Man and Ryu just sitting next to each other in Monster Hunter, and that was like, what the fuck is going on in this game?
But they have, you can get the Dante armor now, but they have Dante's sword, but it's really unique because it's the weapon called the Charge Blade, which is a sword and shield, and like you can transform the sword by putting it into the shield and turning it into an axe.
Oh.
But his Charge Blade doesn't have a shield. It's just the Rebellion Blade.
Yeah.
And when you do the fucking sword move, you just stretch it out. It fucking extends in length.
Back
it's
with
crazy.
the extendo clip. That's all for news, unless you guys heard of anything.
Nah, we got through everything I had to really talk about.
Logan Paul is quitting doing daily vlogs.
Good.
I feel like everyone should quit. Because, like, after a while, you kind of see their life fall apart and lose their humanity a bit.
Yeah.
Which is, like, very sad. Even if I don't like the person, it's very sad to watch a human just stretch themselves to that, like, level. It's like, dude.
Vlog number 2368. My wife left me again.
No, okay, but, like, and this goes back to talking about, like, Boogie
oh boy.
in the car. I don't give a fuck. Because it's like weird to me how like this guy's life, we're watching it fall apart. He's going through a divorce. He's depressed. He's sad. He's telling us how he's like, my therapist says, you know, I gotta stop worrying about this YouTube stuff. And everyone's just like, keep making videos, keep pushing on. No one's telling him to just take a break.
You want to know, there's this one streamer who's fascinated me with his downfall, and his name is Wings of Redemption.
I think I've heard of it.
That's a weird name. Anyway.
It's just like, is a man who started streaming games that he didn't want to play but knew were popular, like Call of Duty and stuff.
Oh boy, that sounds really bad.
He wanted to if it were up to him, he would have played JRPGs, which I would say, why wouldn't you fucking do that? I mean, is the Call of Duty Twitch community that big? I don't fucking think so. Not one bit. But like someone who gets like locked into Twitch and then the downfall starts when he like decides to quit his job and stuff and live solely off of Twitch. And it's it's just watching the decline of like content in a man as he goes from like, this is what I really like to I'm trapped now. But the
really
thing
sucks.
is like, the kind of thing is I don't feel bad for him, unfortunately, because he's had every opportunity to not be there, and he puts himself there through whining and bitching and begging for more money. And his community got tired of him basically begging for money, like,
because that's what a lot of people turn into after a while. It's like they don't have any content anymore, but they still need this money because it's like that's what they have like banked their whole life on at this point. Yeah.
And he's too like, the man is too prideful too at some points. Like he tried to do a failed God of War stream where he put it on
the God of War.
Yeah. he right at the beginning put it on the Give Me God of War difficulty.
Oh no.
Which literally plainly states this is not the intended difficulty. You cannot, this game, like, you're, like, if you play on Give Me God of War difficulty, it locks you into the difficulty. You have to restart the game to play on any other difficulty.
Jesus.
I heard that difficulty is, like, almost unfair.
The most unfair thing about it is enemies don't take, like, poise stun, so they don't take hit stun when you hit them, apparently. That's what I've heard. So you can't do proper combos, you can't interrupt enemies' animations and stuff like that. Like,
that sounds stressful.
If you're hitting them, it won't put them into, like, a hit lock.
It doesn't register as you hitting them, pretty much. It's just,
Pretty
they
much.
could just
It's
swing
like
at you.
if Dark Souls didn't have, like a hit confirmation when you swung your sword at people, so you could just fucking keep swinging it with no effect on the other person.
That
Like,
sounds horrible.
And he just
like-
put himself through that immediately.
and he doesn't. It was honestly, it was one of the most frustrating things I fucking watched. It was 3 hours of him being in the first 20 minutes of the fucking game, and it eventually turned into his whole chat just saying, "For the love of God, we want to see the fucking game. Like, put it to the difficulty you can do. Like, if you can't adapt and be good at right now, don't do this." And
Especially when the game just came out.
the dude just flat out refused to change the difficulty, just throwing himself at a wall, and eventually gets so upset with how toxic the chat becomes, he just turns off
Toxic.
how
in quotes.
toxic the chat's become, he just turns off the stream, like.
Jesus, dude.
I'm a real gamer, I can handle it.
And then we'll, like, post a follow-up video of him, like, crying on video, complaining that he's not getting enough subs on his Twitch, like.
That literally sounds like mental illness to me.
That, like, I need this to be researched, because I'm like, that's not how, like, humans should be acting. You know? Like, that's not right. That's weird. That's, like, crazy to me that it's like, you don't understand that this is your own fault. And you could stop this at any point and just live a normal life. But
There's this beautiful moment that I saw FPS Kyle or FPS Rasha talking about on his podcast, because he was also watching this man. And there's this video of him. He's a very overweight man. I will say that right now. Like, but there's this. It's wild. He's just like, he's looking at this picture of himself from like 3 years ago. And it's like, he's a little bit thinner in the picture. I wouldn't say that much thinner, but like,
it's noticeable.
Exceptionally, yeah. It's like, but he's like gotten exceptionally bigger since then. And it's just like, he's talking about it and then he just kind of trails off. And then he just like looks at the photo for like a long time, and you just see him like, it's almost like you just see in his eyes that he's processing like, what have I become? Like,
right?
Where have I come?
Yeah.
And he like looking at that, and then just like just like when you think it doesn't get enough, he basically ponders like, where have I come? Like, how have I got here? And then he picks up like his TV dinner and just starts fucking slurping it into his body. Like like not to the point where like all that's left in the tray is just like gravy, and he's just like shoveling the gravy into himself.
Jesus.
Why does no one talk about this? Why does no one talk about this? We were just watching people broadcast their depression consistently, and we give them money and laugh at them and put them in cringe compilations. And it's like, that's a weird way to live. That like, collectively as a society, not like you and me, but you know, other people's like, that's how you, that's your entertainment, is just watching someone suffer and laughing at them and hoping they die.
The thing is, I wouldn't be, if I was in a streaming cringe compilation, I feel like I would almost be like, in a weird way proud, because I would be like, inside of me, it's like, I made it.
I made it.
I made it.
I wouldn't mind it, but it's just sad when it's like, okay, you watch it, because you watch a cringe compilation, it's like, oh yeah, people are like fucking up. And then it's like, oh, human torment, abuse, fucking someone being called a double N-word. Or, you know, just like, I don't know, like, not even just like with like cringe compilations or Twitch streams, but just in general, it's just like, we're just laughing at suffering.
You know I love suffering.
Everybody's suffering. You know I love suffering. Fuck. That was a very real opinion moment that came out of me.
Get crucified for it later.
What's next?
Usually that's it.
Can you give me auto-tune?
I can try.
Okay.
Actually, it's not working for you, I've
Oh.
noticed. I don't know why.
Amazing.
I'm sorry.
Well,
You want to jump on my mic, Mike?
let's try it.
I'm just... Yeah, you should probably put on your headphones so you can hear the notes you're singing.
Are we good? Okay. Thanos says the N-word in Infinity War.
Oh, fuck, dude.
He was there. He saw it.
I'm gonna be real right now. There's a moment in Infinity War, and you'll know it when you see it, where I'm dead serious. If Thanos said the N-word, it would be that exact moment.
That's what I'm gonna be waiting for the whole time I watch it.
I promise you, you will know exactly when it is.
Okay. Don't give me any context clues. I'm just gonna be waiting for the N-word moment. I love how he just put reverb on him clearing his throat. Hold on, put it back on.
Who?
On me.
Okay.
Hold on, put it back on. Oh, what's this? Is this? Oh, ooh, ooh. Ooh. I get in the booth, I go. I get in the booth, I go. I get in the booth, I go.
Fuck yeah, I had to hit it at a higher pitch. I didn't activate it as hard. Fuck, I should have hit it at a higher pitch.
You can be a young Travis Scott. You're now Trevor Scott.
Trevor Scott. They call me Trevor Scott.
I was just sitting there waiting for him to turn the reverb on, and you fooled me.
I got him.
Garrett just texted me my coworker is unironically listening to Viper right now.
Got him.
Hey, does anyone want Viper's phone number?
I do.
I'm gonna announce Viper's phone number.
Right now?
Yes, right now. 281-690-9705.
Call him up.
I'm not serious. That is Viper the rapper's actual phone number.
Good.
And I don't care because I'm sure he's given it out many times, and I'm sure he will have a great conversation with him.
I'll never forget the night we edited, like, the first half.
Oh, yeah.
Of the video.
God.
The Viper video, the first half was done by Jake and Calvin and me, and then I just did the rest. Because when I told him, I was like, guys, like, we should just fucking just ruin this.
We're like, can we have this? And you were like, yes. Like everything is.
And literally, half of it was suggestions from YouTube, and then half of it was like Tumblr suggestions. I was just like, this is like a community effort right now. I didn't think he would post it. I didn't think he would, but like, lo and behold, I started a wave on accident.
That auto-tune is the fucking best.
I'm still trying to figure out when I should use it. When it is used, it's pretty good.
When
We
you
have
just
to
slide
really-
it in, I just like I just go into doing ad libs in the middle of my sentences. Like I'm just talking, and then you just turn on the ad lib or ad tune in the middle.
I'm gonna have to get used to. Transitioning my voice to make the joke follow.
This is now the auto-tune. That was a pretty. You almost had that together. Almost.
Oh fuck.
Well, I'm hungry.
I gotta piss so fucking
I need
bad.
a pizza. I need some breadsticks. And I need me a large Coke. Whoop.
What if Mark Zuckerberg?
Oh no! Gotta cut that one out.
I
Gotta cut out the slurs, the words.
cutting out the slurs. We be cutting out slurs. Ooh, we be cutting out slurs. We be cutting out slurs.
This is ended here. This is all I get because we're gonna keep. We could go on all day just auto-tune.
I set it to F minor because that's what this song is. Shit!
Oh god. No, but I am hungry, so
I could go for some
do
food.
want some food.
Okay, let's do the outro thing very quickly.
Okay.
Fuck, I don't know how to end this shit anymore. We've done like 3 of these so far, and I've never known how to end it. Jake, I think there was a comment on the last video. Is that what you're doing?
No, I saw a headline that said cryptocurrency's heading towards 90% correction.
Good. It wasn't really a question, but it was a comment about fighting games, because we talked about that a little bit on last one. So if you have any questions, leave them in the comments of this video. We will answer them in the next podcast. My headphones just died, so I'm trying to get that. Okay, there we go. And it died again.
If you have any comments, we'll answer them at the beginning of the video.
Or the
I
end.
think.
Whatever we
I think
remember.
we should do maybe the middle.
Maybe the middle. So yeah, leave your comments in the comments below.
We have a Facebook. You can follow us on Facebook. I'm violently. It's getting harder every day to come up with something.
You've been doing great. I've just
missed
been
the
letting
last-
you do that.
I missed the last 2 days because I fucking couldn't think of anything. I need to watch more anime.
The Berserk one was really fucking good. That one put me on the fucking floor. On God, dude.
The Berserk one was one where I was like, fuck, what do I do? And then just like I scrolled past an image of God Hand and I was like, I'm putting him there. My favorite one currently is it's the picture of the Eastern Island heads.
Oh yeah, that one's good too.
I photoshopped the boy to look like he's stoned.
That was really good. I like the Drake one. That's my favorite.
Oh, the Nothing Was the Same one. I like it because of his little afro.
You should do like all the Drake covers.
Please.
That'll last you a couple days.
I personally liked the Soviet Union one I did, but no one liked that one.
I didn't know how to feel about that one just because of current events. Anyway,
It was just cool boys in Cyrillic with the Soviet Union flag. Like,
Jake, where can they find you if they want to follow you?
fuck. You can follow me on Tumblr at Just Drake. That's it.
Is it really Just Drake?
Yeah,
Did you change your URL to Just Drake?
yeah.
Amazing. I didn't even realize.
Not Drake. JRAKE.
Oh, okay.
Drake.
Like gent. You can find me the DJ Calvi Cakes on Tumblr. If you want, you could find me on Facebook. I don't really care. Sometimes we do Cool Boys streams. We try to keep you updated on that. Follow us on either Twitter or Facebook if you want to get informed about that. You could also follow us on Twitch. It's Twitch TV/Cool Boys Podcast. Go ahead and follow us. You can also find me, along with Jared, on Sludge Wave 2.
Trying to start that again.
Yeah, we've been slacking a little bit, but we're trying to get
talk
that back.
about it the other day.
Yeah. So we'll try to get on our shit better. But Jared, thank you for joining us.
Of course, I had a lot of
yeah,
fun. This is tight.
it's been a podcast
Yeah.
for sure.
Come back on again.
200 minutes of just racism.
If I don't know, if people don't think I'm annoying, I will definitely come back.
Yeah. So, Jared, tell the people where they can find you on the internet. So
Oh fuck.
people want to
Got
follow
Crime
you.
Wave 420 on Tumblr. We got Fuck Crime Wave on Instagram. Crime Wave XXX on Twitter. And I think that's all my different. Someone always takes one of the things I would use on one site, so I can't just have like one URL I use on everything yet. But I'm trying to figure that out. But
That sucks.
if you go on my Tumblr, all the links are at the top anyway, so.
Yep. I didn't even think of Instagram. Instagram DJ Studio Man for me. Do you want to plug your Instagram, Jake? Do you use that?
Not yet. I don't know what to fucking do with it right now.
That's fair. Instagram's pretty hard to use.
Yeah, it kind of sucks.
You gotta have pictures and words. that's
It's
two
the
different
worst of
thoughts.
both
There's
worlds.
like my Instagram is probably the least funny thing, honestly.
Just post pictures of chips you eat,
Yeah.
and that could be your thing.
There's like this one girl on Instagram who just eats bread or like not eats bread. She smashes her face into bread. I'm sorry.
That reminds me of there was a stream idea that I had that I feel like is guaranteed to make money. I just need to utilize it. Where every night at the exact same time, the stream goes live. Originally, it could be anyone, but originally I had this designed for Garrett. But it turns on, and it's just Garrett, and he just has a big ass messy bowl of spaghetti, and he just eats it without saying a fucking word.
And then he just shuts it off.
And then once he finishes the spaghetti, he just goes, "Eat your spaghetti," and then the stream ends.
I have one for you that's kind of similar to that I just thought of. You turn on the stream and it's a big bowl of spaghetti, and after a undiscerned amount of time, it could be 5 minutes, it could be hours, your head just slowly rises from the spaghetti, and then the stream ends. It's like, when is he gonna rise from the spaghetti today?
Fucking
Donate and find
Ice Poseidon made like $5,000 in donations by sleeping on stream.
Yeah, but he also gets threatened in public constantly.
He
has to
does
live in
also get
fear.
threatened in public constantly.
He can't go anywhere.
I've seen that man get kicked out of so many places.
The one time they called his Uber driver.
They did that. I remember the one time where he accidentally set his gate number at an airport and they called a bomb threat on his gate.
Jesus.
Oh no. All right. Well, thank you for listening to the Cool Boys podcast. We'll see you at the start
of the next
month.
I'm gonna give me some damn fucking pizza.
This is how it usually ends. Cool Boys.